From Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts, it's a battle of first-place teams here on a Friday night on Cape Cod. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp, and it's the 7-5-1 Wareham Gatemen against the, 7-5-1 Chatham Anglers here on a gorgeous night. Wareham in the West, 15 points, first place. Chatham in the East, 15 points, first place. These are two of, top two, top three teams in this Cape Cod Baseball League.
Two heavyweights doing battle tonight. I love it. I'm excited. It's a good day for baseball, and it's a beautiful night on this Friday evening. Gorgeous
night, and, every team in the league was off yesterday because we were at Fenway Park. Every team had a workout staggered throughout the day. Wareham was early in the day, 10 a.m. to noon. The Gatemen worked out. Just an unbelievable experience for us and for all the players and coaches.
It's hard to describe how great of an experience it was. But, the players got to show off their skills in front of scouts and do sort of like combine-type events. And as media members, we got to explore the ins and outs of Fenway. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out our Twitter page and our Facebook page for all the content we posted, because if I do say so myself, it was pretty exceptional.
It was a very fun day. We took you on a tour of Fenway.
We did.
And it was, again, if I do say so myself, one of the best tours of Fenways I've ever seen.
I think it was the most intricate tour you will ever get. And you don't even have to leave your couch. You don't even have to put on pants.
And you can get a tour of Fenway. Again, go check out Twitter, go check out Facebook, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's up on both those pages, and it was a fantastic day. I know, just talking to a couple of these guys. Well, first, manager Jerry Weinstein. Not that it wasn't special, but when he was with the Rockies, he was able to. They happened to play the AL East one of the years he was there, so we got to go to, or he was in Fenway for that, and then of course he was in Fenway in 2016 with the Gatemen. So he said, well, it was my third time there, and it's always a good time. And just talking to a couple of the Gatemen players, I mean, who doesn't love stepping on a major league field?
Right. Yeah, especially, a lot of them grew up Red Sox fans. Some of them are local kids. Some of them, like Jacob Teeter, who grew up in Florida, but was a Red Sox fan growing up. It was a very special and indescribable moment and experience for a lot of them. And, you have guys like Chad Stevens, who went yard and hit one over the green monster. I mean, how many times you get to do that?
You're not going to get to do that.
Well, he got to do that.
Well, he got to do that, but most guys aren't going to get to do that. It was a really fun day at Fenway. But before Fenway, we'll get back to some regular season action now. Before Fenway, it was a whopping 11-0 victory at Brewster for Wareham. Again, took over first place in the Western Division at 7-5 and 1. Katuitt ended up tying that night to get to 6-5 and 2. So Wareham a 1-point advantage on Katuitt, and the bats came alive again, my friend.
Especially late in the game. That seems to be a theme of this season. 8 runs in the 9th inning led to an 11-0 win at Brewster. Probably the most impressive offensive performance this team has had all season. And the pitching also. It was a two-way street, this victory. The pitching was unbelievable. Gates started it, went 2 innings deep, went the first 2 innings, gave up just 2 hits, no runs, and then Brandon fought with another amazing performance. 4 no-hit innings for Brandon in the middle part. Actually, Brewster had really struggled to tally hits all throughout. They had a hit in the 2nd inning and then didn't have another hit until the 9th inning. That's how good the pitching staff was throughout the game.
Thought you said it. He was 4 innings, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He got the win, his 2nd win of the summer. Gate started it, 2 innings, a couple of hits, no runs. Barron took over 2 innings, perfect with a strikeout. Mentioned Fott, and then Dillard finished it off for Wareham in the 9th. Gave up a couple of hits, but Braden Ward's cannon from center field ended up saving a run and preserving the shutout for the Gatemen. Just the 3rd shutout for the Gatemen this season. One of them was in 7 innings to these Chatham Anglers. So already 3 shutouts for the Gatemen this season. Just to go take you through a little more through that game. 11 runs on 13 hits against Brewster. Again, Brewster only had 4 hits the entire game. Jacob Teeter, Jonah Karp, is the hottest hitter in the Northwoods League right now.
Is that me? I'm Jonah Karp.
You are Jonah Karp.
Jacob Teeter had himself another great performance against the Whitecaps. He started 0 for 10 this season and since has been batting right around 500. You just can't put that into words. Against Brewster, he had his first home run of the season, 2 more RBIs, second consecutive game with multiple RBIs, and he went 3 for 4. Jacob Teeter swinging the hottest bat in the Cape League right now.
Darren Baker and Braden Ward both had hits at the top of the lineup. They stay, I want to say hot, but Baker was 1 for 5. Ward was 1 for 4. Those two guys at the top of the lineup, though, they've reached base in nearly every game for the Gatemen. When the top of the order is Braden Ward, Darren Baker, Jacob Teeter, and Ward and Baker more often than not, one of them is getting on base for Teeter, and now a guy like Adrian Del Castillo, who has a 5-game hit streak going. The top of the lineup for Wareham might be the most dangerous 1 through 4 in the entire league.
And that doesn't even include Matt McClain, who's batting 5th, and he's batting .308 this year. Dallas Beaver right behind him, batting .385 in the early season. This is a ridiculously talented contact-hitting team. It's a big reason why the Gatemen lead the league in batting average by a mile, .291, the batting average for the Gatemen so far this season.
The .291, you said it, leads the league in what is, you mentioned, the key word there for me was contact-hitting team. This isn't a power-hitting team. We saw Jacob Teeter go yard the other day. It was just the 3rd home run of the season for the Gatemen. When you're playing that type of small ball, I think that's why we've seen the big innings from Wareham.
They're a great contact-hitting team, and they lead the league not only in batting average, but in hits. They're the only team to have over 100, and they have 120 this year. In RBIs with 63, you don't need to be a power-hitting team to score runs, and the Gatemen have proved that. And I think the most key stat to hone in on, they don't strike out a whole lot. Great eyes at the plate, every single player up and down this lineup. Only 85 strikeouts, that's the fewest in the CCBL.
Fewest in the league, as it's the Gatemen and the Anglers here tonight from Veterans Field. First pitch at 7. We're right here on the Gatemen Baseball Network for the pregame show, and we'll be on 1420 WBSM tonight as well in New Bedford. And, well, they'll tune in at around 7, right around first pitch, as it's been one heck of a start to the season for the Gatemen. 7-5-1, first place in the Western Division. Jonah just took you through all the stats. The Gatemen lead the league in nearly every offensive category. This lineup 1 to 9 has been stacked. We'll get into it a little more, obviously, throughout the game, but there is a new bat in this lineup tonight. J.P. Gates is DHing out of Miami, a 2-way player, and we'll see what he can add to the lineup.
He's taken the mound twice for the Gatemen this summer, but this is the first time we've seen him in the lineup, and he was a pretty darn good hitter for the Hurricanes this season. A .340 batting average, 4 homers, 31 RBIs. At least statistically, he had better hitting numbers than he did pitching numbers, so I'm eager to see what he provides to this lineup.
He's excited to be in the lineup. Talk to him before the game. And the Gatemen, well, they look to win a couple in a row here, as they're already 2-0 against Chatham, looking to make it 3-0 after they swept Chatham just under 2 weeks ago at Spillane Field. That was a doubleheader at Spillane Field in which Wareham took care of business. Okay, we're going to send it to break. Javik Blake, Ryan LeMay, just like we normally do on our pregame show that you guys watch on YouTube, we're going to do it right here. They're going to take you around the league. I believe there's a couple games going on right now that they can also run you through again. This is a 7 o'clock first pitch, latest start in the Cape Cod Baseball League tonight. So they'll be back after the break to break down the league. Addison Van Patten's going to have a pregame interview for you, and then we're going to break down this one a little more right here on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout, the 99. Always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern.
Or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with and for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a club host that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support. Golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a club host that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Welcome back here to the pregame show on GBN from the beautiful Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts. I'm Jay Blake alongside Ryan LeMay, getting set to take you around the Cape. No games yesterday because of the Fenway Tour that really all the teams had. A fantastic day for the Cape. There were games 2 days ago. We'll recap those for you and look to what's going on tonight. A jam-packed bunch of action to the Cape tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, Fenway was awesome yesterday, and I'm looking forward to some good baseball tonight.
So we'll take it through Wednesday's game first. First, a tie between the Katuitt Kettleers and the Orleans Firebirds. Orleans dead last in team batting average at 207, but their pitching staff just fantastic, as they've only allowed 31 runs so far this season.
Yeah, Orleans is probably the strangest team in the CCBL right now. They have the best pitching, but they manage to have the worst hitting. So their record is not that amazing. They're third in the East right now, 6-4-2, and they had a good tie Wednesday night against Katuitt. So, I mean, overall, I'd say that was a good performance of them.
And Katuitt, their offense was very well that night. They had 8 hits, but they could only get 3 runs across Orleans' pitching staff.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to how good Orleans' pitching staff is. But Katuitt, they're kind of a middle-of-the-pack team. They have middle-of-the-pack hitting, middle-of-the-pack pitching, and it showed against Orleans when they got outclassed by their pitching, because you can't have 8 hits and only score 3 runs. That's unacceptable. But I think it's more to do with Orleans rather than Katuitt's offense. So I think they'll be fine going forward.
And Falmouth's pitching staff, remember we talked about Falmouth's pitching staff after the first 2 games where they'd only given up 1 run. We're talking about how amazing they were and that if they could keep this up, they'd be a team that could really run the tables through this Western Division. Well, they've sort of fallen off. They fell 10-4 to Hyannis on Wednesday. Billy Cochran getting the win, Sam Weatherly getting the loss. And Falmouth, they're now struggling. They're 4-5-1, 4th in the West. Hyannis, their second win of the season. They're now 2-9-1.
I remember coming into the season, I was probably most high on Falmouth in the Western Conference. I thought that would be the biggest test for Wareham, but it's really not turned out that way. Falmouth's been struggling lately, and honestly, nothing's going right for them. The pitching hasn't been great, and the hitting hasn't been great either, and it's shown in their most recent results. So.
And for Falmouth, they were a big test against these Gatemen when they played each other
that's true,
a few weeks ago. They had a huge grand slam in the 8th inning and ended up winning that game, but they're now just struggling, and they just need to find some wins.
Yeah, and that was a rough loss to Hyannis on Wednesday night. I mean, they had 4 hits and they had 4 runs, but that was only because Hyannis had 3 errors, and we saw that against when Hyannis played Wareham. Hyannis had a lot of errors in the infield, and they kind of plagued them again in this game, so it was more to do with Hyannis than it was Falmouth's offense. So Falmouth really needs to figure things out going forward.
And it helps for Hyannis if you have Trevor Hover in your lineup. 2 for 4 with 7 RBIs, including a grand slam. Just a fantastic night for him. Falmouth, they're now on a 2-game losing streak, but getting to Chatham's game the last time they played, they fell to Bourne 4-1. Carl Johnson getting the win, Dane Acker getting the loss, Tyler Brocious getting the save. Chatham, they only had 3 hits, and as you want to say, they're really, as we talked before, they're really feeling the effect of losing Torkelson.
Yeah, I mean, Chatham, they're sitting right now in first place in the Eastern Conference, but I'm really curious to see how the results start coming in after losing Torkelson, because obviously it's a big hurt to their offense. He had 2 home runs in just 5 games played. He had a very powerful bat. A lot of scouts call him as the #1 prospect in the entire baseball right now. Probably going to go #1 overall in the 2020 draft. So it's a huge loss for Chatham going forward.
And a big thing for them, and you'll hear our guys talk about it, Gabe and Jonah, when they come back to preview the lineups. But Jamal O'Gean's in this lineup.
Yeah.
And he is one of the best players in the Cape. An OPS above 1. He's just killing it so far.
I mean, what they've lost in Torkelson, they've gained in O'Gean. O'Gean's been fantastic so far to start the season. He has more home runs than Torkelson, or 3 home runs this season. and he has a lot of power in his bat. We saw him against Wareham. He is a big dude, and he packs a lot of power in that bat.
And the final game on Wednesday was the YD Red Sox at 7-4-1. They're in second place in the East. They beat Harwich 3-1. Jack Leftwich getting the win, Nick Zwack getting the loss, and Zach Matthews getting the save.
Yeah, I've been more and more impressed with YD's offense as the season's gone on. They just find a way to score runs when they need it most. Austin Wells, he had a game-winning 2-run home run in the 6th inning, and YD just knows how to score runs when they need it. I mean, that's the key to their game so far this season, and it's working so far for how well they played. So.
Well, tonight, a whole lot of games going on, but as you heard Gabe and Jonah said, this Wareham Gatemen game, the latest game to start in the Cape tonight, so a whole lot of games already in action. Falmouth taking on YD. That was the earliest game today. They're tied 3-3. Tyler Rouse got the start. He was 1-0 coming into today, only allowing 3 hits and no runs in 3 innings of work. Obviously, that changed with the 3-3 score. Eric Tolman started for YD in that game, tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of what we'd expect from YD. Their offense putting up some runs, but their defense and pitching has kind of been lackluster, to say the least, for them to start the season. And they've allowed 3 runs to our Falmouth Commodores team that, I mean, barely mustered any offense against Hyannis. So YD really needs to improve their pitching if they want to be a top-level team, because they have the offense to do so.
And at Doran Park, it's the Bourne Braves and Brewster Whitecaps playing. Brewster leads that game 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. The starting pitchers from that game, Mason Black. He's 2-0 in 9 innings of CCBL action. And Nick Dabowski went for Bourne. Coming into the game, he allowed 5 runs in 8 innings of work, walking 4.
Yeah, I mean, Bourne had a slow start to the season, but they've really picked up the last couple of games. They've been playing a lot better baseball, and I expect them to get back in this game and give Brewster a good fight.
Hyannis and Harwich in action at well from White House Field. Hyannis sent to the mound Tyler Madison. Harwich sent Connor Selcher. He's 1-1 on the season with a 4.00 ERA. Madison 0-0 in the season, but he pitched very well against Falmouth. 5 innings pitched, earned a run, and 6 strikeouts. That game's tied 0-0 in the top of the 2nd.
Yeah, last place in the Eastern Division versus last place in the Western Division. And Hyannis, after last game, and maybe they get the bats going, they can have another big performance tonight against Harwich.
And the final game in action tonight from Eldridge Park, just a little bit away from Chatham here, about 10 minutes further down the road to the Orleans Rotary. It's the Katuitt Kettleers and Orleans Firebirds. No pitchers named for that, but that game will get underway in just a few moments.
Yeah, I'm looking for a change in narrative from this Orleans team. They really need to get the offense going. The pitching's been there, and it's been phenomenal, but they need to get those bats swinging.
So that's around the Cape tonight. When we come back, Addison will have her pregame interview, and Gabe and Jonah will have the starting lineups before first pitch from beautiful Veterans Field in Chatham. You're listening to the GBN Pregame Show.
One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap. Wareham and Chatham set to do battle tonight at Veterans Field. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp. Addison van Patten will join us as well. Thanks to Javik Blake and Ryan LeMay for taking us around the Cape Cod Baseball League here on the Gatemen Baseball Network pregame show as 2 first-place teams are set to do battle tonight in Chatham. Before we break this one down a little more, let's send it to Addison van Patten, who has the pregame interview on the field.
Addison van Patten here with utility player Matt McLean. Now, Matt, you've been playing shortstop, second base, third base for us so far. What are you most comfortable with?
I like playing shortstop the most, but I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Anywhere in the infield, I'm comfortable.
He plans to use you in multiple different positions. Do you have anything that you'd rather focus on, like shortstop, or are you okay with playing the field?
I'm okay with playing anywhere, honestly. I just like playing the game anywhere. It doesn't really matter to me.
Now, 1 home run, 6 RBIs in the season so far. You've officially been here for just over a week. How have you developed so far this summer?
Yeah, I mean, every day, like showing up early, getting extra BP, extra reps out at shortstop or anywhere in the infield. It's been great, and Jerry's done a great job, and it's been a lot of fun at the same time.
Looking at your spray chart, you have a lot of grounders out to right. That's pretty much all of your hits so far, and I know that's something you guys have been drilling in practice. What have you been doing to focus on that?
I don't know. We just do reps to do it every day, and I guess it translates into the game.
Now, how was your Fenway experience yesterday? I know you were drafted out of high school to the Diamondbacks. What does it feel to actually be in that big stadium and get to work out for those guys again?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, the Fenway Park has so much history, and I mean, to see the Green Monster up real and in person, it was really cool.
You're a California guy. In your UCLA bio, the one thing that you said is your favorite is In-N-Out. How much are you going to miss In-N-Out Burger this whole summer in Massachusetts?
I already miss it. I mean, it's so good. I go there all the time.
All right, thank you for talking with me, and good luck today.
Yeah.
Thanks, Addison. The Gatemen and the Anglers just under 10 minutes from first pitch here at Veterans Field. Starting lineups in, starting pitchers in, and before we get the national anthem and the Anglers take the field, let's go with the players to watch tonight. Jonah Karp, who's your player to watch for Chatham?
For Chatham, it's Jamal O'Gwyn. He's batting .302, and he leads Chatham, or he's tied for the team lead, with 3 homers. He can hit for average, he can hit for power. Probably the scariest over or all-around hitter that they have in the lineup. He's batting cleanup tonight. He's my guy to watch.
For Wareham, who you got?
I have Jacob Teeter. I mean, who else? He's the hottest player right now in the Cape League. He's coming off a 3-for-4 day, his first homer. He's a big guy. We expect him to hit more and more homers, which is scary because this is not a power-hitting team. This is a contact-hitting.
A couple debuts.
We do. Jack Owen for Chatham. He has a 2.75 ERA and 68 2/3 innings for Auburn this past season.
It's hard to tell if we'll have.
The Cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
Joanne Stevenson and William Ravis Real Estate, a double play when it comes to selling or buying a home. With 19 years of experience in residential real estate and ranked #1 globally, they are sure to help you with all of your hopes and dreams. William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company for the Boston Red Sox, and Joanne Stevenson, your hometown agent, proudly support the Wareham Gatemen. Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, LXB Law.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network, home of the defending champion Wareham Gatemen.
From Spillane Field in Wareham, Massachusetts, opening day, Cape Cod Baseball League.
Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Pleasure to be your eyes and ears for the broadcast.
Addison Van Patten here with manager Jerry Weinstein for the Manager's Show. And here with Brandon Fott. Now, Brandon, you got the win for tonight. It's an 80% chance of rain here in Wareham for the rest of the day, and the Gatemen have been forced to move inside to take BP in the cages.
Ground ball back up the middle, past the glove of Fetterman and into center field. Andrew Thomas comes home to score. Cam Guangarena right behind him, and Chad Stevens pulls in at first base with a 2-run single.
Hard ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center field. Rudick rounds third, he's coming home. It's an RBI single for Cam Guangarena. Wareham leads 1-0.
Cut on and miss, strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Trent Palmer.
That ball is gone. Adrian Del Castillo breaks the game open with a 3-run jack. 11-5 Gatemen.
Slapped up the middle, a base hit into center field. Beaver scores easily. Antico rounding third. The throw to the plate is not in time.
Line drive over the head of the second baseman Olsen and into right field. Braden Ward comes home to score. Darren Baker pulls it at first with an RBI single, and it's 7-5 Wareham.
And the Gatemen win 5-0 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader.
And that'll do it. First 9-inning shutout for Wareham pitching this season. 6-0 the final score from Cotuit, Massachusetts.
Now, here are the voices of the Gatemen: Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, and Addison Van Patten.
From Veterans Field in Chatham, Massachusetts, it's a battle of first-place teams tonight in Chatham. It's the 7-5-1 Wareham Gatemen, first place in the West, against the 7-5-1 first place in the East, Chatham Anglers. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp. Addison Van Patten will join us as well. Thanks for spending your night on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford. Wareham off yesterday. Every team in the Cape League off yesterday after a Fenway Park workout. If you didn't check any of our social media channels, Wareham Gatemen on Twitter, Wareham Gatemen Baseball on Facebook, go take a look at that. We have content up from Fenway Park. It was a great day for everyone. Us, the players, the coaches, everyone got to work out. Gorgeous day in Boston. And now back to baseball as we have a battle of first place teams. 7-5-1 both these teams, my friend.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Two good hitting teams. The Gatemen have been the best hitting team, best contact hitting team in the CCBL this season. And the pitching staff for Chatham is pretty solid as well. 123 strikeouts for the Anglers this year. That's second in all of the Cape Cod League. A 3.12 ERA that's actually tied with Wareham this season, and only 2 home runs allowed. That's the fewest of any team in the Cape Cod League.
Chatham has taken the field. Let's give you the starting lineups tonight here on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM. Braden Ward, the Washington Husky, will lead it off for the Gatemen. Darren Baker in the 2-hole. Jacob Teeter hitting third today. They're the 3-2 up here in the first inning. Adrian Del Castillo in the cleanup spot. First pitch of the ball game in there. First strike in the inside corner. 0-1 to Braden Ward. 7:04 our first pitch tonight here in Chatham. Gorgeous 71 degrees, sun setting just behind the left field wall here at Veterans Field. The 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt McLean, the UCLA Bruin, hits 5th. Dallas Beaver, the catcher tonight, hits 6th for Wareham. The 1-1 from the starting pitcher, Jack Owen, in there for Owen taking his time. Now the 1-2 to Braden Ward. Slapped left side, foul. Down the third baseline, we'll do 1-2 all over again. J.P. Gates DHing tonight for Wareham, the Miami Hurricane, in the lineup for the first time this season. He is a two-way player, not only for the Gatemen, but for the Hurricanes. He's pitched a couple of times this summer, but first time hitting will be tonight. The 1-2. Curveball low in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chad Stevens out of Portland playing third, hitting 8th tonight. And Matthew Rudick, the left fielder, rounds it out for Wareham, a .242 hitter thus far this summer. And that's your Gatemen starting 9. Jack Owen, the starting pitcher tonight for the Chatham Anglers, making his debut in the summer of 2019. The Auburn Tiger about to deliver the 2-2 before time called by Braden Ward. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball dribbled foul down the first baseline. We'll do it all over again. Owen, a lefty out of Auburn. Southpaw had a fantastic sophomore campaign. 4-2 with a 2.75 ERA in the SEC. 14 appearances, 10 starts. 59 strikeouts and 68 2/3 innings pitched. Ward takes a ball inside. Count full, 3-2. Owen gave up less than a hit an inning at Auburn, just 64 hits the whole year. 3-2, hit pretty well and deep to right. Heading back is O'Gwyn, and that ball is gone. A leadoff bomb for Braden Ward, his first of the summer. And the Gatemen have a 1-0 lead.
Braden Ward, not just the speed guy, not just the contact guy. Boy, the power has come late for this team, but there are a lot of guys in this lineup who can hit it out of the ballpark. Braden Ward, no exception. Boy, he smoked that one to right field.
Ward only had 1 home run all season for the Washington Huskies, but he smacks that one over the 314-foot wall out in left, and now Baker lays a bunt down the first base line, and it trickles foul. Baker nearly laid down a perfect bunt. That didn't trickle foul till it was over halfway down the line. 0-1 to Darren Baker. Wareham had 2 home runs all season before the Brewster game the other day, and then Teeter went deep on Wednesday. Ward goes deep tonight to lead off the ball game. And it's 1-0 Gatemen early. 0-1 to Baker. Curveball dribbled back up the middle off the glove of Owen and barehanded by Dones at second base, but he doesn't make a throw. That's going to be an infield single for Darren Baker and bring up Jacob Teeter. The home run by Ward brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. And now Jacob Teeter, the hottest hitter in the Cape Cod Baseball League, steps in from the left side. couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Gatemen. A 1-0 lead early. Baker, a good lead off first. And now Teeter slaps one to left field, but straight to Swanson out in left. One away.
Well, we led off this inning by noting how good of a pitching staff this is in terms of keeping the ball inside the ballpark. They're actually the best, at least coming into this game, in the Cape League this summer, having given up only 2 home runs all season. And, well, Braden Ward possibly setting the tone for this game.
Adrian Del Castillo, the Miami Hurricane, steps into center stage. Throw over to first. Baker dives back safely. We all know Baker has speed, 2 for 3 this season in stolen bases. Went 20 for 20 at Cal in the spring. First pitch to Del Castillo. Catches the outside corner, 0-1. Let's take you around the diamond for Chatham tonight. Jorge Arenas at third base. Houston Morrill at shortstop on the left side of the infield. Tyler Dones and Alex Terrell at second and first base, respectively. The 0-1 to Del Castillo. Breaking ball fouled off behind home plate. 0-2. Brady Smith, the battery mate of Jack Owen, behind the plate. And the outfield, Cooper Swanson, Caden Polkovich, and Jamal O'Gwyn from left to right in the outfield grass. Owen sets from the stretch, the pitch. Curveball chopped foul down the first base line. We'll stay at 0-2. Del Castillo, a .306 hitter this summer for Wareham, and he's another Gateman that's heating up as of late on a 5-game hit streak. Is Adrian Del Castillo. Throw it to first, Baker back safely. Del Castillo 8 for 18 in that 5-game hit streak. Owen sets at the belt, the pitch. Fastball high and tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Owen starting to work a little quicker. Sets on the first base side of the rubber, the pitch. Slapped right side. Dones ranges to his left, but he can't get there. Ball trickles into right field for a base hit. And Adrian Del Castillo extends his hit streak to 6 games. First and second, 2 outs for the Gatemen.
He just continues to hit to all sides of the field. And when you are a left-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher, the tendency is to pull it. The trick is to find the holes. Hit it where they ain't. That's what Del Castillo did.
Matt McLean steps in now from the right side. First and second, 1 out. Top of the first, the Gatemen already up 1-0 on a solo shot from Braden Ward. First pitch to McLean. Hard ground ball right side. Base hit right field. O'Gwyn charges. Baker coming around third. The throw to the plate is not in time. Baker slides in safely. Matt McLean has his 7th RBI of the season, and it's 2-0 Gatemen here in the first.
Well, this is as high in the batting order as we've seen Matt McLean bat. And he's swinging as hot of a bat as anybody as of late. He deserves to be higher in the batting order. The problem is, well, you have 4 guys in front of him who are some of the best hitters in the entire Cape League, but Matt McLean continues to produce.
In steps Dallas Beaver with just 1 out, and the Gatemen already up 2-0. This is just McLean's 5th game with Wareham this summer. First pitch to Beaver. Breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. And McLean just tied Braden Ward for the lead in RBIs on this Gatemen team. The 0-1 to Beaver. Fastball hit well into right center field. Polkovich ranges to his left and back, makes the catch, but this is going to do the job. Del Castillo scores standing up. A sacrifice fly for Dallas Beaver, his 2nd RBI of the year. And it's 3-0 Gatemen here in the first.
University of Miami, number 24, J.P. Gates.
All you needed was a fly ball or a ground ball. Dallas Beaver obviously a great contact hitter. He actually leads the team in batting average, just doesn't qualify, doesn't have enough at-bats per game. But he came into this game red hot, 385 on the season.
First pitch, chopped toward third by Gates. Arenas gloves, throws to first, and the ball is away from the first baseman, Terrell. McLean scores from third. It's 4-0 Wareham. And we'll see if they give Gates an infield single or that's just simply an error. And that's going to be an error. They give the error to, I believe, the first baseman, Terrell. As that ball was in his glove. And it's 4-0 Wareham here in the first. In steps Chad Stevens from the right side. What a first inning for Wareham. First pitch, down low, 1-0.
They're actually going to give the error to the third baseman, Arenas.
That's Jorge Arenas' third error of the year. This is a Chatham defense that had already committed 14 errors this summer. Wareham's only committed 8 for comparison. Stevens takes another fastball low, 2-0. So a solo shot from Ward led it off to make it 1-0. Single by Baker, Teeter popped out. And then a single from Del Castillo, an RBI single from Matt McLean, and then the sacrifice fly. As Stevens hits one hard left side, but straight to Morrill, who drops it, now throws to first, not in time. Ball gets away. Stevens moves up to second. Gates goes to third, and everyone is safe. Ball back in play. An error on Morrill over at shortstop. This is his first game with Chatham, his first error of the summer. And it's second and third with 2 outs for Rudick, the 9-hole hitter.
That was an in-between hop for Morrill that he played off his chest. He stayed in front of it, which is what you're supposed to do, but the ball was thrown offline up the first base line. Not a good throw from Morrill. I'm not sure he would have gotten Stevens.
We're going to get a mound visit here early from pitching coach Dennis Cook. Wareham couldn't ask for a better start in this battle of first-place teams.
Any balls hit out of play may be returned to the 50-50 table, where you will receive a coupon for a free ice cream.
2 down, top of the first. Owen just needs an out to get out of the inning. But for Jack Owen, the Auburn Tiger, this isn't the way you wanted to start your Cape League career at all.
Yeah, 4 guys making their debut tonight. Jack Owen, one of them, and Morrill, another. 2 guys who have struggled to make a good first impression.
Rudick bats from the left side against the lefty Owen. The pitch. Fastball paints the outside corner. 0-1. Owen hasn't been wild. 18 strikes, 6 balls, but he's left several pitches right over the heart of the plate, and it's led to hits and runs. The 0-1 to Rudick. Swing and a miss. Swung right through a fastball. 0-2. Braden Ward led off the inning with a homer. He's on deck. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses low and away. 1-2.
Breaking ball at 73 miles per hour.
Gates on third, Stevens on second. Both reached on errors. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the eyes. Owen gets out of it with his first strikeout of the night, but what an inning for Wareham. 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
A heck of a start for Wareham here in Chatham. 4-0. The Gatemen lead over the Anglers as we head to the bottom of the first at Veterans Field. Gorgeous night here in Chatham, Massachusetts. 71 degrees and sunny at first pitch. Sun setting. Still just above the trees out in left field. And, well, this might be the nicest park we've been at all season long.
Wareham's pretty nice.
Wareham is nice. Chatham just did some renovations last year. First pitch high and away, 1-0 to the leadoff hitter, Tyler Dones. Let's give you the Chatham starting 9 tonight. Dones leads it off. Houston Morrill batting second. Caden Polkovich in center field hitting third. 1-0 pitch, misses high and away once again, 2-0. Jamal O'Gwynn hitting cleanup, one of the hottest hitters on this Chatham team at 3-0-2. Brady Smith, the catcher, hits fifth. Alex Terrell making his debut at first base and batting sixth. The 2-0. Fastball misses away, 3-0. Paxton Wallace DHing tonight, hitting seventh. Cooper Swanson in left field also making his debut. And Jorge Arenas, the third baseman, hitting .333, rounds it out. Fastball right down Main Street, 0-3-1. The count to Tyler Dones. Pitching tonight for Wareham, Levi Prater, 6'1", 190-pound junior. Lefty out of Oklahoma. The 3-1, hard hit ground ball toward Baker. He fields it on a hop, fires to first. In time, 1 away.
Now batting for Chatham.
And after not finding the strike zone for 3 straight pitches to begin that at bat, you'll take a ground out to second anytime.
Houston Morrill. Morrill now batting for Chatham.
Houston Morrill, the 4th guy in this Chatham lineup to make his debut tonight. Well, 3 guys plus the pitcher Owen. Fastball right down Main Street, 0-1 to Morrill. Levi Prater, lefty out of Oklahoma, 3.26 ERA with the Sooners. As that one is skied, slicing foul. Teeter ranges and now called off by Del Castillo out in right field for the Gatemen. Caught that ball right on the line. 2 away here in the first.
So far, I like what I see from Levi Prater. He's sitting at the low 90s with his fastball, but he has good stuff. And he can afford to experiment with his stuff working with a 4-0 cushion.
First pitch to Polkovich, misses low, 1-0. Prater, 7-4, the record, along with that 3.26 ERA at Oklahoma. 80 innings pitched, he struck out 97, and opponents only hit .211 in his sophomore campaign. 1-0 misses away, 2 balls and no strikes to Polkovich. Now the 2-0 delivery misses low. Second time this inning, Prater's been behind in the count, 3-0. 10 pitches, 4 strikes, 6 balls, but he's retired the first 2. The 3-0 to Polkovich. High and in, ball 4. 2-out walk for Caden Polkovich, and in steps Jamal O'Gwynn.
The right fielder from the University of Southern California, number 2, Jamal O'Gwynn.
Can hear the crowd here at Chatham tonight. One of the best crowds we've seen all season, maybe the best crowd we've seen all season at a game.
As far as attendance.
First pitch to O'Gwyn, catches the inside corner at the knees, 0-1.
Not quality. No one compares to the Gatemen fan base.
And the way the stadium is built as well, the field is built. Throw over to first. Back safely is Polkovich. We're elevated here at Veterans Field. It's a very compact bleacher section, too. There's a good block from Beaver behind the plate. The throw now trickles into right field off the glove of Teeter. And moving to second is Caden Polkovich. Beaver's throw wasn't terrible, but Teeter had to scoop it, and it went off his glove. I honestly just think there was no point throwing the ball down the first there.
No. You have a 4-0 lead that you're working with right now. The guy on first had a lot of speed, but no reason to check on him when there's 2 outs in the inning.
The 1-1 to O'Gwyn. Hard hit ground ball. McLean scoops it short, fires over to first. This time Teeter picks it out of the dirt in time. Nothing doing for the Anglers. No runs on no hits. 1 left aboard. We head to the top of the second. Gatemen lead 4-0. You're listening to Gatemen Baseball on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
Office Technology Group is a southeastern Massachusetts source for advanced digital copiers, printers, and document solutions. From Toshiba to Epson and everything in between, they've got you covered. Shop now at otgne.com. Large enough to serve, small enough to care. Shop from home year-round on gateman.org. You can customize your Gateman gear from any device, anywhere. We offer a large selection of apparel and unique gifts 24/7, 365 days a year. Hard to find sizes, colors, and styles. Youth clinic registration also available. Visit us today and remember us for holiday gifts at gateman.org.
Top of the order due up for the Gatemen here in the second. Braden Ward, Darren Baker, and Jacob Teeter already up for the second time today. 4-0. The Gatemen lead over the Chatham Anglers as we head to the second. It was 4 runs, 4 hits in the first inning for the Gatemen off of the starter, Jack Owen. Ward digs in. Now the pitch. Lays down a bunt, foul down the first base line. 0-1 to the Washington Husky, who smacked his first home run of the season to lead off this game. Only had 1 home run all year at Washington. Ward now 11 for 33 this year, hitting .333 on the year. A double, 8 RBIs, and a homer. The 0-1 from Owen, who's back in this game. Curveball dribbled foul, 0-2.
In my notes, it says that Owen has 2 primary pitches. His fastball, it sits around 91 miles per hour. It's a 2-seamer and then a circle changeup.
Wareham jumped on that fastball in the first inning. They did, and they jumped on it early. And the 0-2 misses low and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Because Owen didn't get to throw a lot of off speed in that first inning. Ward's home run was a fastball. McLean's RBI single, a fastball. The 1-2 misses. Oh, no, ring him up. Home plate umpire Jeff Kinney ringing Ward up. Thought that pitch was a little low. Ward didn't like it, and in steps Darren Baker.
I thought that was low too, but it was a good pitch and too close to take for Braden Ward. I don't know if the radar gun is on the lower end on the scoreboard, but he's only topping out. Jack Owen is around 87.
First pitch to Baker. Off speed, misses away. 1-0. Gatemen, well, have started the season off right. 1-0, chop toward first. Terrell fields it on a hop, touches the first base bag. 2 away here in the second, and in steps Jacob Teeter. Gatemen first place in the Western Division at 7-5-1, trying to repeat from the 2018 championship. Wareham defeating these Chatham Anglers in the 2018 championship series. 8th CCBL title for the Gatemen. Their first since 2012 last summer. First pitch to Teeter. Fastball right down Main Street, 0-1. Wareham, of course, we've mentioned it all throughout this year, but the first team since the Cape Cod Baseball League went to 3 rounds in the playoffs to sweep all the way through, go 6-0, and really dominate the playoffs. 0-1 fastball in the outside corner, 0-2. Crowd trying to get into it here at Veterans Field. 4-0 the Gatemen lead. Top of the second, 2 down, nobody on. The 0-2 to Teeter. Watches it down low, 1-2. Owen working quicker here in the second inning. The pitch. Breaking ball in the inside corner, strike 3. Teeter knows he got fooled. He bent away from that one, and it came back over the heart of the plate. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Gatemen in the second. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. 4-0 the Wareham lead. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Shop from home.
Gatemen Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC. We are professional grade. Power like a pro.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape. South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Brady Smith, Alex Terrell, Paxton Wallace. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Anglers here in the bottom of the second inning. 4-0, the Gatemen lead already over the Anglers. 4 runs in the top of the first to get this game going for the Gatemen. Levi Prater, the starter, back out of the bump for Wareham. First pitch low, 1-0 to Brady Smith. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp. Addison Van Patten will join us as well. Thanks for spending your Friday night on 1420 WBSM New Bedford and the Gatemen Baseball Network. 1-0, fastball paints the outside corner, 1-1. Brady Smith, a native of Niceville, Florida, plays his college ball with the Gators. Hit .270 for Florida this past year. 1-1, misses low and inside, 2-1.
Played for Cotuit last summer. Batted .333 with a homer, 10 RBIs. His lone home run came against the Chatham Anglers.
The 2-1, low and inside. 3-1, Prater continues to struggle to find the strike zone a little bit. 7 strikes, 11 balls in his 18 pitches. Didn't hurt him in the first inning. Gave up a walk, but came back from a 3-0 count once and got a lazy pop out and a ground out. Swing and a miss there on the 3-1. 3-2 to the catcher, Brady Smith. The full count pitch. Ground ball toward third. Stevens, gloves, throws to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting for Chatham, the first baseman from the University
Smith now 5 for 17 on this young season, and in steps Alex Terrell. First baseman making his debut for the Chatham Anglers. Another Miami Hurricane on the field tonight. Del Castillo and J.P. Gates, Miami Hurricanes for the Gatemen. First pitch right over the heart of the plate, 0-1 to Terrell. A lot of Hurricanes around the Cape Cod Baseball League.
And Terrell, a good one.
Talk about power. The 0-1. Low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
24 home runs this season with Miami. That's a lot.
The 1-1 delivery. Misses low, 2 balls and a strike. He had 63 hits. 24 of them were home runs. When you get a guy who can hit 293 and launch 24 home runs as he swings through an off-speed pitch there, 2-2. I mean, it's unbelievable. 67 RBIs, an on-base percentage of 400. I mean, he struck out 68 times, but I think he's making up for it. 2-2, softly grounded towards second. Baker scoops, throws to first, in time. 2 away.
Now batting for Chatham, the designated hitter from Wichita
And again, despite struggling to find the strike zone tonight,
Wallace.
5 out of 6 retired for Levi Prater in his debut.
He's looked good. It helps when you have a 4-0 cushion to air out your stuff.
First pitch to Paxton Wallace, high and in, ducks out of the way of it. 1-0.
I'll tell you what, if this radar gun is on the slower side today, the fact that Prater's hitting 90 is impressive.
1-0, misses low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Paxton Wallace struggling a little bit to start his summer, 3 for 18. The 2-0. Checked his swing, didn't matter. Pitch catches the outside corner. 2-1. 4-0 Gatemen, bottom of the second, 2 down, nobody on for the Chatham Anglers. The 2-1. Sliced into right field. Del Castillo chases and it lands. Del Castillo takes it on a hop, quickly gets it into Baker at second base. But it's a 2-out single for Paxton Wallace, just his 4th hit of the summer.
Wallace almost missed that one. Just got it off the end of the bat and fisted it down the right field line. Del Castillo playing well off the line and is again for this new at-bat.
Cooper Swanson, the righty, steps in. First at-bat of the summer for Swanson. First pitch from Prater at the knees for strike 1.
Del Castillo doesn't have a lot of speed out in right field. He played a lot of right field for the Hurricanes this season, but his primary position is catcher.
Miami's catcher, a senior this past season. He ended up playing over 30 games as Prater fires that one past the glove of Beaver. It hits off the backstop, and Wallace takes second. Wallace was going on that pitch, and I think Prater saw him take off, but he couldn't do anything about it. And that's a wild pitch for Levi Prater.
Well, Wallace started and then stopped once Prater started his delivery.
1-1, hard ground ball, left side. McLean gobbles, throws to first. Teeter picks it out of the dirt, and they got him. Chatham doesn't like the call, but first base umpire Al Libidori calls him out. No runs on 1 hit for the Anglers in the second. We head to the top of the third. Gatemen lead 4-0. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
Whether you're brewing a lager or an ale, Stonepath Malt has got you covered. Stonepath Malt, the local provider of quality malt for all your favorite New England craft breweries, is right here in Wareham. For your next night out, stop by their new tap room.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Authority Ferry from Hyannis to Nantucket, the $20 gift certificate from Chatham.
To the top of the third we go here at Veterans Field. 4-0 the Gatemen lead over the Anglers. Adrian Del Castillo, Matt McLean, Dallas Beaver due up for the Gatemen. But before we start this third inning, let's send it down to Addison Van Patten.
Thanks, guys. Now I want to talk to you about the third pitch of the night. That was a home run hit by Ward. Now, that became a perfect time for the conversation that him and manager Jerry Weinstein had in batting practice before games. Ward liked to joke with Weinstein, joke back, and Coach, you make fun of me for being so small. You make fun of me for not having enough power. What if I hit a home run out today? Do I get to come home? Weinstein said, if you get to come home, I won't put you as a DP. I won't put you as a DH. I will send you home today. Now, Ward hit that. So I guess he's going home. What do you guys think? Send it up to you.
I don't know if Braden Ward's going home, but he sure touched home plate on the home run. Thanks, Addison, for that. It was tough to recognize that it was a breaking pitch from up here.
Now batting for the Wareham Gatemen.
But he sat back on it and drilled it over the right field wall for a 1-0 lead. Pitching change for Chatham here in the third. Cole Ayers, the new pitcher out of Kentucky. First pitch, Del Castillo pops it up. Foul out of play. 0-1.
Not a great first inning for Owen, but he settled down in the second, pitching a perfect second inning.
The 0-1. Del Castillo line drive, deep right field. O'Gwyn going back, and that ball's on the hill out and right. Adrian Del Castillo's second home run of the summer. And it's 5-0 Gatemen here in the third.
Players teeing off right now. Boy, Adrian Del Castillo with effortless pop off his bat. He pulled one against the lefty Owen, now faces a right-handed pitcher and, well, pulls it again. My goodness.
Second home run of the night for the Gatemen. Third home run for Wareham, and, well, this being the second game after having just two, as McLean sends a hard ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Matt McLean's 2 for 2. He's now 6 for 15, hitting .400 this summer. And he's on first with nobody down.
The catcher, number 35, Dallas Beaver.
This Gateman lineup just continues to hit. In steps Dallas Beaver, who had the sacrifice fly in the first inning. First pitch to the lefty. Ground ball right side, past the glove of Dones and into right field for a base hit. McLean stops at second.
The designated hitter, number 24.
Beaver has his 6th hit of the year. And there's runners on first and second with nobody down for Gates, and already a 5-0 lead for Wareham.
My goodness. By the way, the line closed on Jack Owen. 2 innings pitched in his debut, 4 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He also had to work around 2 errors.
Yeah, one of those runs was unearned. 4 runs, 3 earned because of the errors. First pitch high, 1-0 to Gates. J.P. Gates, in his first at-bat of the summer in the first inning, reached on an error. Two-way player for the Gatemen, as he's already pitched a couple of times this summer. Ayers already in a jam. The 1-0. Misses low and inside, 2-0. Talking to Gates before the game, he said he actually didn't start pitching until he was 12 years old, which he considered late. Said most he knows. Start as a pitcher. The 2-0. Slapped foul out of play down the left field line, 2-1. And he even chuckled and said he doesn't think he became a good hitter until he was about 15. He said he worked hard at it. Baseball wasn't effortless to him. And now he's a two-way with the Miami Hurricanes. Ayers steps off. I asked him, you know, which one you like better? Would you rather be in the lineup or would you rather be pitching that day? And he chuckled, 2-1. Misses low, gets past the glove of Smith, and both runners advance 90 feet. McLean to third, Beaver to second, and Gates has a sacrifice fly opportunity here in the third. He just chuckled, said, everybody always asks me that. You know, he's like, I never know. I like both. But he did say, it seems like, or what it's been for a while now is when one's on, the other's not. He said he came here this summer to work on pitching because he obviously struggled at Miami. 5.82 ERA in 20 appearances. He hit .340 for the Hurricanes. The 3-1 delivery. Curveball chopped towards second. Dones scoops, throws to first in time. But it's an RBI ground out for J.P. Gates. His first RBI of the summer, and it's 6-0 Wareham here in the third.
Part of what makes somebody a good hitter is just doing the right thing. All you need is a ground ball to score another player. It's small ball. That's what the Gatemen did to get back on track, get back in the wins column, get back get back on track as far as hitting was concerned after getting shut out in back-to-back games in Orleans. And now the bats are red hot because they're able to manufacture runs.
First pitch at the knees on the inside corner, 0-1 to Chad Stevens. Beaver moved to third on the ground out, so he's 90 feet away with one down. 6 runs on 7 hits, not even through 3 innings for the Gatemen tonight. Ayers sets it, deals. Ground ball left side into left field, a base hit. RBI single for Chad Stevens, his 7th RBI of the year. And it's 7-0 Gatemen here in the third as Beaver scores.
The Anglers took a risk having all 4 infielders play in on the edge of the infield grass, and that's what happens. Even the conventional ground balls get past infielders.
And Wareham just continues to have Chatham's number here in 2019. Matthew Rudick steps in from the left side. First pitch from the righty, Ayers. Fouled off down the third base line, out of play. 0-1. First time these two teams met, it was a doubleheader on a Sunday at Spillane Field. 5-0 the first game in favor of the Gatemen. 8-5 the second game. And the first 2 times these two teams met since the championship series last year. Stevens dives back safely as Ayers throws to first. And now here tonight already 7 runs on 8 hits for Wareham. 1 down, top of the third, the 0-1. Flared foul once again, out of play down the third base line. 0-2. Rudick struck out to end the first inning. 0-for-1 tonight. Hitting just under 240 this season. The 0-2. Curveball grounded toward Dones at second. Goes to second for 1. Over to first. Not in time. Rudick beats it out. Reaches on the fielder's choice. Keeps the inning alive. 2 down here in the third.
The center fielder, number 50, Braden Ward.
And in steps the leadoff hitter, Braden Ward. Ward 1 for 2 tonight. Had the solo home run to begin this ball game, and then struck out looking to lead off the second. Ayers deals. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. Ward now has a hit in 9 of 10 games he's played with Wareham this summer. Ayers sets on the first base side of the rubber. 0-1 hard line drive, diving catch made by the third baseman Arenas to rob Ward of a base hit, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits for Wareham in the third. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. The Gatemen lead 7-0. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout. The 99, always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
9-1-2 hitters due up here in the bottom of the third for the Anglers. Jorge Arenas, Tyler Dones, and Houston Morrill due up 7-0. The Gatemen lead, bottom of the third. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 to Jorge Arenas. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp, Addison van Patten, our on-field reporter. As always, thanks for spending your Friday night with us. 1-0 at the knees, 1-1 here on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM, New Bedford. Austin Weiermiller into pitch here in the third for the Gatemen. Pitching change brought to you by Bay Point Club. Weiermiller making his second appearance with Wareham this summer. 1-1, misses high and away once again. 2 balls and a strike. Weiermiller in his first appearance against Hyannis just about a week ago. 1 inning, closed out that game. 2-1, swing and a miss on a fastball. 2-2. He walked 1, but scoreless, no hits. And the Stanford Cardinal now making his second appearance.
2.45 ERA with Stanford, 25 separate appearances. He was a relief pitcher at Stanford this season.
The 2-1. Misses outside. Excuse me, the 2-2 misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Weiermiller was one of the best relief pitchers in the Pac-12. Had a heck of a season. 3-2 pitch, fastball just misses. Inside, leadoff walk to Jorge Arenas, and in steps the top of the order, Tyler Dones.
Weiermiller did give up a walk against Hyannis. Aside from that, he was perfect in the inning. Didn't give up a single hit, but a little bit erratic so far.
Dones grounded out to Baker at second base, his first time up. First pitch misses high at the eyes, 1-0. Weiermiller, along with that 2.45 ERA you mentioned, 6-0. 2 saves for Stanford. It's not often out of a relief pitcher you see 6-0. The 1-0 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I mean, that tells you just the type of situations that Stanford brought him in the game to pitch in. You're picking up 6 wins. Throw over to first, back safely goes Arenas. You're coming in close ball games. You're coming in a tie game, maybe down 1. And Weiermiller came through nearly every time. Sets and deals the 2-0. Way high. Struggling to find the strike zone here. 9 pitches, 2 strikes, 7 balls. Count 3-0 to Tyler Dones. Dones now 6 for 26 this season. 3-0, high and away. He's missing in the same spot every time. 2 on with nobody down for Houston Morrill, and it's 2 walks to begin the third.
Oklahoma State, number 50, Houston Morrill.
Consistently missing high. That might come back to bite him. but a great opportunity for Chatham to tack on some runs.
And you talk about it all the time. Missing high means a pitch is going to be left in the zone at some point. You'd rather miss low. And now Beaver is going to go have a chat with Weiermiller. Real quick chat, didn't even go all the way out to the mound. Houston Morrow making his debut for the for the Anglers tonight. Flew out to Del Castillo in right field his first time up. Weiermiller, the lefty, sets. First pitch to the righty, Morrow. Shows bunt, lays it down third base side. Weiermiller, gloves, throws to first in time. Sacrifice bunts by Morrow. Dones to second, Arenas to third, one away here in the bottom of the third.
But that was close, and that was too close for comfort. Weiermiller fielding it to the right of the mound, but not making a strong throw to first base. Kind of lobbed it there.
Not a bad job fielding his position, though, with the way that bunt was laid down. I don't think Stevens had a play at third. First pitch to Polkovich, misses outside, 1-0. 7-0 the Gatemen lead. Bottom third. And now we're going to get a mound visit once again.
Body Strong Fitness is a proud supporter of our local community.
As the whole infield comes in, pitching coach Jim Lawler
Body Strong Fitness, your place for all
makes his way out, 6th year here in Wareham for Lawler.
Oasis Salon and Day Spa, 1671.
Weiermiller's got to work himself out of a jam.
Full service salon and day spa located in the picturesque seaside village in Chatham.
It's clear Weiermiller doesn't have his stuff. Walks wasn't a huge problem at Stanford. It wasn't like he was a lockdown pitcher every single time, but 17 walks he allowed this season in 33 innings. You'd like for that to go down a little bit more, but 41 strikeouts compared to 17 walks means that he had his command more often than not. And in the 2 appearances we've seen so far with the Gatemen, the command just hasn't really been there, especially tonight.
I mean, that could be due to simply a long season, too. 1-0, misses high and away, same spot. Caden Polkovich walked his first time up, just a .268 hitter. In the 3-hole. 3 strikes, 10 balls for Austin Weiermiller. The 2-0. High and outside. 3-0.
Keeps missing arm side up. It's not, I don't know if the ball's slipping out of his fingers or what exactly is causing that. Just not coming all the way through.
The pitch, get me over fastball, does just that. 3-1. Wareham 7, Chatham nothing. 1 out, bottom of the third. As that one's dribbled towards short, McLean gloves, throws to first in time. Pretty play from the UCLA Bruin to just get the out. But it's an RBI ground out for Caden Polkovich. Arenas scores to make it 7-1. And Dones moves to third on that too, by the way, because of the way that ball was hit. Slow roller, slow chopper, I should say, to McLean. He had to come in on it. Wasn't able to hold Dones at second. First pitch to O'Gwyn. High and outside, 1-0.
When Weiermiller's pitching, he's not coming through with his release point. He's releasing outside. That's why he's leaving him arm side up.
1-0, swing and a miss by O'Gwyn. 1 ball and 1 strike. O'Gwyn grounded out to McLean at shortstop his first time up in the first inning. 1-1 skied out of play down the first base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. O'Gwyn, a .302 hitter coming into tonight and has shown his power. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, and his 13 hits for Chatham. The pitch from Weiermiller. Chop toward third. Stevens fields it in, foul territory. Stevens went ahead and threw to first. It was close. But we'll do 3-2 all over again. Weiermiller sets at the letters. The payoff pitch. Got him on the outside corner, strike 3. O'Gwyn didn't like the call, neither did this Chatham crowd. But the Anglers, after second and third with only one out, get just one run. 7-1, the Gatemen lead. We head to the fourth. Jonah Karp will have your play-by-play when we come back on 1420 WBSM New Bedford and the Gatemen Baseball Network.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners. One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
We head to the fourth inning. Darren Baker, Jacob Teeter, Adrian Del Castillo, the three due up against Cole Ayers. In for his second inning of work. Came in for Jack Owen, who went the first two. It's a 7-1 Wareham Gatemen lead. First pitch from Ayers. Check swing. Baker went around. Strike one. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Addison Van Patten down on the sideline. An offensive explosion early on. Two crooked numbers for the Gatemen. A 4 spot in the first, a 3 spot in the second. Big home run cut. And Baker swings through a fastball. 0-2. Darren Baker, Jacob Teeter, Adrian Del Castillo. That's 2, 3, and 4 in the Gatemen batting order. Due up to lead off the fourth. The pitch from the righty Ayers. Check swing taken downstairs. Did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, Mickey Garcia. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brady Smith popped up, slapped the tag on Darren Baker just in case. Didn't matter. 1-2 the count. Nobody out, nobody on base. Gatemen by 6. The 1-2. On the inside corner, strike 3 called. Darren Baker caught looking.
The first baseman, number
1 away, top of the fourth inning. First time tonight, Darren Baker has gone down on strikes. He's now 1 for 3 with a single in the first. Jacob Teeter, the new man up. His bat's starting to cool down, starting to come back down to earth. Started 0 for 10 this season and since has been hitting around 500. Takes a pitch right down Broadway, 0-1. 0 for 2 so far tonight with a strikeout. That strikeout came back in the second. It ended the second. A 1-2-3 inning for Jack Owen before exiting. The pitch from Ayers. Over the inside half, 0-2. Cole Ayers from Cincinnati. 6'2", 180 pounds, the right-handed pitcher. Nobody on base, 1 away. Gatemen up 7-1, and time called. Jeff Kinney calling the balls and the strikes. Al Libadorni, the first base umpire. Mickey Garcia, the third base umpire. The pitch to Teeter, waved at and missed, strike 3. Boy, Ayers has his stuff working here in the fourth, 2 away.
After a rough third inning, this just seems to be the theme tonight. Starter Jack Owen had a rough first inning, gave up to 4 runs, and then a 1-2-3 second, and struck out 2 in the second inning. And then Ayers had a terrible third inning.
First pitch misses inside to Adrian Del Castillo, 1-0.
And now 2 strikeouts to begin the fourth.
Nobody on base, 2 away. Del Castillo 2 for 2 tonight with a home run. Lifts this one in the air, straightaway center field. Polkovich coming in. The shortstop, Morrow, going out. He calls off both outfielders, both Polkovich and Swanson. And just like the second inning, it's a 1-2-3 inning. Gatemen go down in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. Stick around on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Learning at Curry College extends beyond the classroom and is embedded in all that they do. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers and active citizenship with a global perspective. Explore undergraduate majors, minors, and concentrations, including new majors in accounting, biochemistry, and software development. Online at curry.edu.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Gatemen by 6. It's 7-1 here in Chatham, Massachusetts. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Addison Van Patten down on the sideline. Austin Weiermiller back in for his second consecutive inning of work. Levi Prater started the game, making his debut for Wareham. This is the second time we've seen Austin Weiermiller pitch. He closed out the game against Hyannis a couple days ago. First pitch taken outside. Brady Smith, Alex Terrell, and Paxton Wallace. The 3 due up. 5, 6, and 7 in the Anglers order. Brady Smith 0 for 1 with the ground out. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch from Weiermiller. Fouled off. 1-1. Brady Smith spent last summer in Katuitt. Hit .333 with a homer. That came against Chatham last summer. 10 RBIs. Went 24 for 72. The 1-1. Waved that and missed. A breaking ball and a good one from Austin Weiermiller. 1-2. 76 miles per hour off the fingers of Weiermiller. Working out of the windup. Deals from the letters. A pitch. Lifted in the air down the right field line into foul ground, and that'll twist out of play. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brady Smith from the friendliest place on earth, Knightsville, Florida. During his freshman campaign, made 40 starts, takes a pitch up and away, 2-2. Played first base, third base, catcher, DH. Now rising junior at the University of Florida. The pitch to Smith. Taken outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Niceville, Florida, friendliest place on earth, huh?
That's what it says in my notes. 7-1, Gatemen over Chatham. The pitch from Weiermiller. Fouled off into the stands behind home plate. We'll do it again with a payoff pitch. It's also in my notes to mention that Brady Smith looks like Matt Damon. So if Matt is listening tonight, you have a doppelganger, and he plays for the Chatham Anglers. Lifted in the air, out to right field, chasing Del Castillo back, still back. He looks up on the track, it's over his head, and it one-hops the wall. Brady Smith digging for second, throw cut off, and Smith pulls in safely at second base with a leadoff double.
Now batting for Chatham, the first baseman from the University of Miami, number 34.
Wow, that ball was probably a foot, 2 feet from making it out of here. I thought it was gone off the bat. When you say one hop the wall, it might have hit the bottom of the wall as it hit the warning track. Del Castillo just got turned around. That was 100% a playable ball.
Leadoff man on second base. Still nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. first pitch now to Alex Terrell. Popped up in the air. Shallow center field. The shortstop McLean going back. He stays on the edge of the outfield grass and makes the catch above his cap behind second base to keep Brady Smith on the second base bag. Now one away in the bottom of the fourth.
And that's what you need after the leadoff double if you're Weiermiller. Get a quick out. Runner doesn't advance. And now focus on Paxton Wallace because Brady Smith isn't going anywhere at second.
Runner at second base. One over Swanson from Fort Myers, Florida. Rising sophomore with the Seminoles over at Florida State. Batted just .159 this year with 7 homers. Pitch downstairs. Beaver slides over to his right to block it. 2-1. 7 homers, 14 RBIs, drew 20. Weiermiller checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Catches the inner third. Count evens up 2-2. 87 miles per hour from Austin Weiermiller. Gatemen lead Chatham 7-1. They're ahead in the season series 2-0. Breaking ball. Sits low and in. Beaver making the stop, sliding to his left. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A rematch of last year's championship series. The Gatemen swept the Anglers in the 2 games. Pick up their 8th. Draws a full count walk. Still 2 away in the bottom of the 4th.
And the walk just continues to be a problem for Weiermiller. Already walked 3 and not even 2 innings.
Number 9 batter, Jorge Arenas, the new man up. He drew a walk that led off the 3rd and then came around to score. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch from Weiermiller. Sits outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Sun has settled beyond the trees out in left field. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Fastball that was up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Arenas. Runners on first and second, 2 away. No runs across in the inning. Gatemen by 6, 7-1. Tyler Dones would be next. Heading back to the top of the order. The 1-1. Catches the outer third, 1-2. That walk to Cooper Swanson was a 3rd for Austin Weiermiller in 2 innings. Well, less than 2 innings. An inning and 2/3. The 1-2. Popped up, foul ground behind home plate, and that's going to land into the stands. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Important out for Weiermiller here. He kind of struggled all night. Gave up the run in the 3rd inning. Could have been a lot worse. And now here in the his second inning, the 4th inning, he gives up the leadoff double when he's got a chance to get out of the inning without allowing a run.
Weiermiller looks in, comes to set at the letters. The 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2. Count evens up 2-2.
And again, he just continues to miss a little high. Release point just a little off.
Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 away, 2-2 the count. The pitch. Fouled off, we'll do it again. The last time Weiermiller took the mound against an opponent, it was in his debut. It was against Hyannis a couple games ago. Walked 1 batter in 1 inning. Now he's walked 3 in an inning and 2/3. Cooper Swanson at first. Brady Smith led off the inning with a double. He's at second. The pitch. Cut on and missed, strike 3. Weiermiller does some magic in the bottom of the 4th inning Works around 2, and a leadoff double to Brady Smith. No runs on a hit. 2 men left after 4. Gatemen still up by 6. The score 7-1 as we head to the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere. Stick around on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Gatemen on top of the Anglers, 7-1 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Matt McClain, Dallas Beaver, J.P. Gates, the 3-2 up. Good night for the Gatemen offense. Good night for the Gatemen pitching. 8 hits, 7 runs across, 2 crooked numbers. The first one came in the first inning. It was a 4 spot, and the Gatemen put up a 3 spot in the 3rd inning. All 9 starters came to bat in that first inning. But they're coming off a 1-2-3 4th inning. Cole Ayers back on the mound for inning number 3.
The shortstop, number 10, Matt McClain.
7-1 the score. Matt McClain, Dallas Beaver, J.P. Gates, the 3-2 up. Matt McClain, 2 for 2, 2 singles. First pitch, breaking ball, taken at the knee, strike 1. Cole Ayers back on the mound. Came in for Jack Owen. Sits low 90s with his fastball. Best pitch is knuckle curve. Lifted in the air along the right field line. Terrell drifting over. He'll let that go out of play. 0-2. Top 100 right-hand pitching prospect out of high school. Also played football. His dad, Mike, actually played in the Pirates organization. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Matt McClain goes down on 3 pitches. And just like the 4th inning, Cole Ayers leads off the 5th with a strikeout. Dallas Beaver, the new man up. Sacrifice fly, and he singled in the 3rd.
And after the rough start, that's 3 strikeouts and 4 batters.
First pitch to Beaver, sits downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Ayers working quickly, rolled on the ground down to first. Terrell waits, steps on the first base bag after picking it up behind the bag. Quick second out in the top of the 5th.
The designated hitter, number 24, J.P. Gates.
Cole Ayers is starting to roll, has retired his last 7. J.P. Gates, the new batter. Designated hitter tonight. Batting 7th. First time we've seen Gates in the lineup. The Miami Hurricane. 0 for 2 so far. Chops 1 foul down the first base line, 0-1. Cole Ayers attributes his knuckle curve to his dad, whose career ended in the Pirates organization at AAA after an arm injury. His uncle Nick played with the Bengals in the NFL. Nobody on base, 2 away. J.P. Gates reached on an error on the third baseman Arenas back in the 1st. The pitch, tipped foul into the glove of Smith, 0-2. 7-1 the score. Gatemen over the Anglers. The 0-2, breaking ball sits high. Gates bends out of the way, 1-2. A beautiful Friday evening here in Chatham, Massachusetts. The first time in the 2019 season the Gatemen are playing here in Chatham. Couldn't have picked a more beautiful night. The 1-2. Fisted down the left field line, but foul. We'll do it again with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. This is a newly renovated Veterans Field. They just put in a new scoreboard this year, replacing a 20-year-old scoreboard. Has a radar gun. Chop down the first base line. Picked up by Terrell, the first baseman. Plays it exactly where he played the Dallas Beaver hopper. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Cole Ayers. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. He's rolling. He's retired his last 8. Gatemen go down in order. And we're through 4.5. Gatemen still leading by 6. The score 7-1. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
Where you can get all kinds of
Gatemen leading the Anglers 7-1. JP Gates was just retired to end the top of the 5th inning. Let's send it over to Addison Van Patten, who has more on Gates.
Thanks, guys. I want to touch back on something you spoke about earlier. Now I'm talking about JP Gates. Pitcher for us now, DH today. He's also going to be playing a little bit of outfield, a little bit of first base. And I talked to him about it earlier in batting practice about how he felt about the position. He saw him, thought he did well, and said we needed his bat behind on. Now, he said that that is not his preferred position. Of course, he did DH this past year in Miami. He's a natural pitcher by nature, by heart, and he plans to put all of his focus on that, and he will bring it back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Addison. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but try to get that straightened out and get Addison back on air soon. But, you know, we heard a lot about JP Gates, and especially from that hit, that was, as much as we were able to hear, interesting, certainly fascinating. JP Gates, as you noted, Gabe, earlier in the broadcast as well, a natural-born pitcher. He was a pitcher, then kind of developed into a hitter in high school when he was about 15 years old, and that's almost become his strong suit. Batted .340 this year with 4 homers, 31 RBIs at the University of Miami. New pitcher in for the Wareham Gatemen, taking the bump in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Gatemen up by 6. Landon Rupp from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, 6'3", 180 pounds. Right-handed pitcher will face the top of the order. Tyler Dones, Houston Morrill, Caden Polkovich. 1 run on 2 hits for the Chatham Anglers. They left 2 stranded in the bottom of the 4th. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. I'd like to welcome the listeners on 1420 WBSM New Bedford. First pitch to Dones, sits inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gatemen are lucky to have the ability to broadcast on WBSM multiple times this season. Pitch over the outer half, 1 ball and 1 strike. The next WBSM broadcast is on Monday, July 1st, when the Gatemen travel to Bourne to take on the Braves at 6 p.m. The pitch from Rupp, nubbed right on top of home plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Before that Bourne game, though, Wareham at Catuit tomorrow, but home against the Catuit Kettleers Sunday in what I believe is a doubleheader. So come on out to Spillane Field.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to the leadoff man Dones. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch. Chopped over the mound, left side of the infield. Stevens comes in, the third baseman tosses the first in time to retire Tyler Dones, 1 away.
That's just a smooth play from Chad Stevens over at third. Maybe thought about barehanding that one, but ended up going with the quick glove transfer. Needed the quick glove transfer there, too. And he's been money over there at the hot corner most of this season.
First pitch to Morrill. Catches the outer third, 0-1.
Just 1 error for Stevens this far.
We haven't seen a lot of Stevens as of late. When Matt McClain came onto the roster. Pitch low and away. Check swing from Morrill. Check down to first, and Libadorny says he held his swing. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, this is his 9th appearance.
Pitch at the knees, but inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
This being game number 14 for the Gatemen, but you said it didn't play Wednesday, didn't play Monday, only played in 1 game at the doubleheader Sunday.
The 2-1 waved at and missed. Home run cut, strike 2.
Did Chad Stevens, but hey, he has done nothing but perform in his time here in Wareham. With a hit tonight, now batting 7 for 20 on the year.
Pitch low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Morrill. Nobody on base, 1 man out. 7-1. Gatemen over the Anglers. The 3-2. Ripped into the glove of McLean. Makes the hop at the shortstop position. Playing just to the right of the second base bag. And Matt McLean goes up to his apex to snag that out of the air for the second out of the bottom of the 5th.
Such a weird hit ball. It looked like it was going to be a line shot into left and just kind of hung up there. And McLean was able to judge that ball really well.
First pitch low and away to Polkovich, 1 ball, no strikes.
Kind of glided back a couple of steps on the edge of the grass and then leaped to make that catch. Timed it perfectly.
The 1-0. Nips the outer third, 1-1. The defense continues to impress for Wareham. Popped up in the air, that's going to stay in the infield. It's skied along the first base line. First baseman Jacob Teeter goes back behind the bag, makes the catch above his cap. And Landon Rupp comes into the game and pitches a 1-2-3 fifth. Anglers go down in order, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. Gatemen still by 6. 7-1 the score. You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
Joanne Stevenson and William Ravis Real Estate, a double play when it comes to selling or buying a home. With 19 years of experience in residential real estate and ranked #1 globally, they are sure to help you with all of your hopes and dreams. William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company for the Boston Red Sox, and Joanne Stevenson, your hometown agent, proudly support the Wareham Gatemen. Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. Gatemen up by 6. The score 7-1 over Chatham. Polaire's back in for Chatham. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, Addison van Patten down on the sideline. 8, 9, and 1 in the Gatemen order. Chad Stevens, Matt Rudick, Braden Ward due up against Cole Ayers. Stevens has reached twice, but he's 1 for 2. Reached on an error in the first. Singled in the third. First pitch, taken right down the middle, 0-1. Now sitting next to our beat writer, Ryan LeMay. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, Jonah.
Of course, we love having you on. It's a beautiful night here in Chatham, is it not?
This is a great night for baseball.
The 0-1. Just misses the inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's a cool around 68 degrees now. It was a little bit hotter not too long ago, but since the sun has gone down, it's cooled off, the 1-1. Check swing taken downstairs, look down to first, and Stevens held his swing, 2-1. Ryan wrote an article today, right?
Today, yeah. Very interesting. Jaron Duran, Anthony Kay, and Joey Bart, all former Gatemen players, got selected for the MLB Futures game.
The 2-1 pulled down to third. Arena spins. The third baseman tosses to first and makes a strong throw in time to nab the speedy Chad Stevens 1 away.
Yeah, so some great players. Duran is in the Red Sox system currently. He's playing AA baseball. He's had a really good start to his professional baseball career in 2019. Anthony Kay, the third best Mets prospect, is a pitcher, and he'll one day be in the pitching rotation for the Mets. And then Joey Bart for the Giants was the 2nd overall selection in the 2018 draft. So some highly touted prospects coming out of the Gateman system.
Nobody on base now, 1 away. Top of the 6th inning. Matt Rudick, the new batter. Fists one down the third base line. That's a blooper. Arena's coming over, called off by the shortstop Morrill. Makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The center fielder, number 50, Braden Ward.
So in analyzing these players, Ryan, when you were writing the article. Who do you think has the best chance of making it to the majors first?
Probably Joey Bart. I mean, he was selected second overall in the draft, and he recently had a hand injury. He broke his hand in minor league baseball, but since he's come back, he's been a very good player. I could see him being a really good player in the majors for San Francisco.
Jonah Karp sitting down with Ryan LeMay, our beat writer. Check out all his articles. Head to gatemen.org. Nobody on base, 2 away. First pitch to Braden Ward, sits upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
It's pretty crazy the talent that's come out of this Wareham Gatemen team over the years.
Without a doubt. Lance Berkman, more recently, George Springer. Dallas Keuchel, pitch right down the middle, 1-1. The entire Cape League littered with talent and alumni. Thurman Munson played for the A's. The pitch. Broken bat, Pfister toward the center of the diamond, scooped up, barehanded by Morrill, the shortstop, throws to first, but not in time to retire Ward. Ward hustling down the first base line and just nubbed one that ended up rolling right in front of Morrill. So he reaches on an infield single, and the Gatemen have a base runner with Darren Baker walking up to the dish.
Interesting little nugget about Joey Bart, actually. He was signed for a signing bonus of $7.1 million, the largest signing bonus a position player has ever received in Major League Baseball. So he's obviously a very valuable asset.
Darren Baker, the new batter. Throw back to first, Ward off the bag, dives back in safely. Ryan was with us yesterday at Fenway Park.
Yeah, that was an unreal experience, something I'll never forget for sure.
You got to talk to a lot of the Gatemen. Throw back to first, but Ward back to the bag.
Yeah, I try to get an understanding of all the Gatemen players and like their favorite MLB team, favorite MLB player, favorite MLB moment. It was some good interviews, I got to say.
Still no pitches to Darren Baker here in the 6th. Time called in the batter's box. Who was your favorite interview?
I got to say Teeter. Jacob Teeter, every time I interview him, he lights up the room. So he's always fun to talk to.
Another throw back to first, Ward off the bag, but again dives back in. About 4 or 5 steps off the first base bag, but he has a quick dive. Nobody, or one on base, now 2 away, bottom of the 6th, or top of the 6th rather. Gatemen by 6, 7-1 the score. Baker is 1 for 3. Runner takes off, Baker squares, pitch outside, throw down to second, not in time. Much to the chagrin of the Anglers faithful. Boy, a lot in attendance here on this Friday evening, and each and every one of them thought that Braden Ward was out at second.
Yeah, I think it's maybe the largest crowd we've seen so far in the Cape League. It's a great attendance for Chatham.
Without a doubt. Nobody scored in the last 2 innings. Anglers scored in the bottom of the 3rd. In the top half of that inning, the Gatemen put up a 3 spot. They lead 7-1, 2 away, runner at second. Throw back to second, Ward dives back in. Still a 1 ball, no strike count to Darren Baker. Ayers paying a lot of attention to Braden Ward at second base. And for good reason, he has a lot of speed.
Yeah.
The pitch. Lifted in the air, out to left center field. Pokovich coming over, loses his cap, called off by Swanson, the left fielder. Swanson had a better angle on it. Makes the catch to retire the side. Braden Ward left stranded at second base. No runs on a hit. 1 man left. After 5.5, Gatemen by 6 on top 7-1. Keep it locked on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
Jamal O'Gwin will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Chatham Anglers, trailing 7-1 against the defending champion, Wareham Gatemen. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford. Just 2 hits tonight for the Anglers. Last hit came back in the 4th inning. Lead-off double off the bat of Brady Smith, but he was left stranded. First pitch taken right down Broadway, 0-1 from Landon Rupp. Working his 2nd straight inning. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi, Addison van Patten with you. The 0-1. Misses the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jamal O'Gwin. Sitting down with Ryan LeMay right now. Our beat writer. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Breaking ball popped up behind home plate. Beaver with his mask off takes a look and it bounces into the stands. 1-2.
One of the prospects I wrote about today, Jonah, is Anthony Kay of the Mets. I bet you're very excited to see a up-and-coming prospect in your organization.
The Mets could use anything they can get at this point.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bullpen hasn't been able to hold leads as of late. That's been the problem. But there have been a bevy of problems this season for the New York Mets as Rupp steps off the rubber. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count holds to Jamal O'Gwin. Brady Smith in the on-deck circle. Alex Terrell behind him. Pitch outside, 2-2. O'Gwin 0 for 2. He grounded out and struck out. Both times he ended an inning. First time was back in the 1st inning. The 2nd time back in the 3rd. Rupp works quickly. Laced base hit down the right field line. Teeter was playing off the first base bag. Throw is cut off at second base by Matt McClain, the shortstop. Del Castillo playing it into the corner, keeping Jamal O'Gwin at the first base bag. Leads off the bottom of the 6th with a single. That'll bring up Brady Smith. Actually, it'll be Anthony Villar pinch hitting. And Jamal O'Gwin will also head to the dugout. Colin Hall will come in as a pinch runner at first base. Nobody out. Anthony Villar will come in as a pinch hitter for Brady Smith. So the Matt Damon lookalike finishes his night 1 for 2.
Is that what we're calling him now, the Matt Damon lookalike?
It's in my notes, so I'm going to milk it. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch. Taken over the outer half. 0-1 to Villar. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher and Rupp. Now working out of the stretch. Comes set at the belt. Deals home. Bounced in front of the plate. Picked up by Beaver. Throw down to second. Is offline, but in time. Colin Hall came in as a pinch runner, and he was retired on the base pass. Didn't get a good jump from the first base bag, but the Gatemen catch a break. Now 1 away, nobody on. And a 1-1 count to Anthony Villar. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Villar from Miami, and a rising sophomore at the University of Miami. The 1-2. Lifted foul behind home plate. We'll do it again with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Teammate of Alex Terrell, who's on deck. Villar hit 5 homers, not quite the 24 that Terrell hit. Batted .291. The 1-2. Grounded down to first, picked up by Teeter, goes to the bag himself, and there's 2 away.
The first baseman.
I'll bring up Alex Terrell.
Number 34, Alex Terrell.
The number 2 overall prospect among freshmen by perfect game. Now a rising junior with the Miami Hurricanes. Hit 24 home runs this season. Batted .293, 67 RBIs. First pitch. Lifted in the air, straight away center field, fairly deep. Ward going back onto the track. Ward makes the catch as he's backpedaling with his back turned toward the wall. A 1-2-3 inning for Landon Rupp, his second straight 1-2-3 inning, but works around a leadoff single. We're through 6. Gatemen up by 6. 7-1 the score. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us. We'll take a break. We'll come right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. #Morse, of course, has your back.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
Office Technology Group is a southeastern Massachusetts source for advanced digital copiers, printers, and document solutions. From Toshiba to Epson and everything in between, they've got you covered. Shop now at otgne.com. Large enough to serve, small enough to care. Shop from home year-round on Gatemen.org. You can customize your Gatemen gear from any device, anywhere. We offer a large selection of apparel and unique gifts 24/7, 365 days a year. Hard to find sizes, colors, and styles. Youth clinic registration also available. Visit us today and remember us for holiday gifts at Gatemen.org.
Jacob Teeter, Adrian Del Castillo, Matt McClain, 3, 4, and 5 in the Gatemen order, due up in the top of the 7th. Mason Hazelwood, the new pitcher in, trying to keep this a 6-run deficit for the Chatham Anglers. 7-1, Gatemen over Chatham. First time this season, Wareham has come to Chatham. They swept a doubleheader a couple Sundays ago. First pitch to Teeter, sits up and in. 1 ball, no strikes to the first baseman, the number 3 batter. Well, Jacob Teeter came in to this game as one of, if not the hottest hitter in the Cape League, batting .500 since starting the season 0 for 10. Tonight he's 0 for 3. Coming off one of his best performances, went 3 for 4 with his first home run of the season and 2 RBIs in the 11-0 victory over Brewster. That was 2 days ago. Yesterday, everybody was over at Fenway, scattered among different times at Fenway Park, working out in front of scouts and media, posting stuff on social media. So if you want to venture during one of our breaks toward one of our social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, swung on and missed 1 and 1, and check out all the content we posted from Fenway Park yesterday, that would be much appreciated.
Speaking of that content, that video tour you had was fantastic. I mean, I've been to Fenway a fair amount of times, but I've never seen a tour quite like that one you guys had.
The 1-1 from Hazelwood catches the outer third, 1 and 2. Well, thank you, Ryan. We worked hard on that.
Definitely unconventional.
And Ryan got to talk to a lot of different Gatemen, most of them actually.
Yeah, most of the players got to talk to. Good group of guys we have.
Asking them personal questions, baseball-related questions. The 1-2. Tapped foul, left of home plate. We'll do it again. Jacob Teeter at the dish. Nobody on base, nobody out. Top of the 7th.
I think one of the best answers was Darren Baker, who said that growing up in Cincinnati, he talked to Jay Bruce joking about how one day they'd play on the same team. So maybe one day that'll happen. We'll see.
How about that?
Yeah.
1-2 the count remains to Teeter. Pitch downstairs under the glove of the brand new catcher. It's Charlie Welch. Came in for Brady Smith, who went the first 6 innings, and Smith was pinch hit for in the last half inning. 2-2 the count. The pitch from Hazelwood. Well upstairs, forces Teeter to back away from the plate. And now it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. It just seems like Welch and Hazelwood not on the same page right now. Welch went out to talk to Hazelwood after the first pitch he threw. Tied him up. The payoff. Fastball. Right down the middle. And Teeter knew it. Third time tonight, Jacob Teeter has struck out, this time looking, and it begins the top of the 7th.
The right fielder.
Nobody on base, now 1 away, top of the 7th inning. Adrian Del Castillo will walk up to the dish. 2 for 3.
That first home run Del Castillo hit, I mean, he made it look effortless. He has limitless power, this guy.
An effortless power.
Effortless. Perfect.
First pitch, a breaking ball, right down Broadway. Nothing in one. Del Castillo led off the third, a solo shot. He's 2 for 3. Only player to have multiple home runs this season for Wareham, the 0-1. Misses outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, if you want to check out Ryan's articles, you can head to gatemen.org. He has all the feature articles your heart desires, including all our post-game recaps, fouled off 1 and 2. And also head to gatemen.org to check out all the youth clinic opportunities. It's an opportunity to learn from the pros for kids ages 5 to 18. Head to gatemen.org for the full schedule and the registration information. Nobody on base, 1 away. 7-1 Gatemen, check swing, taken low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Adrian Del Castillo. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi, Addison Van Patten with you. Talking to Ryan LeMay, our beat writer for the last inning and a half. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball. On the inside corner, strike 3 called. Second consecutive strikeout from Mason Hazelwood, and there's 2 away.
Coming into the game, the Gatemen had the lowest amount of strikeouts in the CCBL, but tonight, I mean, a lot more strikeouts than we're used to seeing from this team.
The Gatemen struck out 85 times entering this contest, the lowest in the Cape Cod League. Led the league in the fewest amount of strikeouts, in batting average at 291, in RBIs at 63, and in hits at 120. Pitch upstairs to Matt McLean, 1 ball, no strikes. Matt McLean, a strikeout victim, back in the 5th. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles before that strikeout. The Gatemen, the only team entering tonight with more than 100 hits in the Cape League. Fouled off, 1-1. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us. Nobody on base, 2 away. We welcome the listeners on AM radio, 1420 WBSM. Second time this season we've welcomed them in, and thank you for listening. Pitch low and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Gatemen coming off an 11-0 victory at Brewster, a game where they scored 8 runs in the 9th inning. Pitch low and away to McLean, 3 balls and 1 strike. Our next WBSM broadcast is this coming Monday, July 1st, at Bourne, 6 p.m. Popped up in the air along the right field line. O'Gwyn toward the line into the corner. That's going to stay fair. O'Gwyn drifts over and makes the catch above his left shoulder to retire Matt McLean. Mason Hazelwood is rolling. We're through 6.5, and we've hit stretch time here at Veterans Field. Another 1-2-3 inning. Gatemen go down in order. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network, 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Gatemen Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape. South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Bottom third of the order coming up for Chatham in the bottom of the 7th inning. Landon Rupp in for inning number 3. Third different pitcher used for Wareham tonight. And Rupp trying to preserve a 6-run lead in the bottom of the 7th. 7-1, Wareham over Chatham. Nobody scored since the 3rd inning. Gatemen put up a 3 spot in the top half. Chatham scored their first and only run in the bottom half of that 3rd. It was 4 runs across in the first inning, where everyone came to bat for Wareham. First pitch to Paxton Wallace. Fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. Paxton Wallace from Arizona, rising junior at Wichita State. The pitch sits low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the second inning, struck out swinging in the fourth. Leads off the 7th, trying to put together a rally. The pitch sits low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Paxton Wallace. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, Addison Van Patten with you on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford. Pitch low and away, and Wallace draws a 3-1 count. Landon Rupp has been rolling through 2 innings. He's seen the minimum. Seen 6, retired 6. Got a little lucky, retiring 1 on the base paths. The pitch off the plate, low and away, ball 4. Paxton Wallace draws a 5-pitch walk to begin the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for Chatham. Pinch hitter, number 9.
Wallace 4 for 7 stolen base opportunities this season at Wichita State. Stands on first base. For the 3rd time in 4 innings, Chatham has gotten the leadoff man on. They just haven't been able to score.
And last inning, despite the leadoff runner, quickly caught stealing was O'Gwyn.
First pitch on the outside corner, 0-1.
And Rupp took care of Smith and Terrell rather quickly.
Cade Cabinas, the new batter. Runner at first, nobody out. Waved at and missed, 0-2. Cooper Swanson's night is over. Went 0 for 1, reached on a walk in the 4th. Cabinas from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Rising senior at Oklahoma State University. The pitch just misses the inside corner. Nope, he got him. Late call by Jeff Kinney, the home plate umpire. And he froze Cabinas. A 3-pitch strikeout. Landon Rupp has strikeout number 1 for him. And that strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 1 away.
Good pitch in the inside corner there by Rupp. Tough for Cabinas to get his bat around.
First pitch to Jorge Arenas. Catches the outer third, 0-1. Arenas a strikeout victim. Struck out swinging to end the 4th. Reached on a walk. That was in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first, 1 away, bottom of the 7th. 7-1 Wareham. The pitch taken outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Arenas, a Florida native, rising junior at Stetson, batted .268 this season. 4 homers, 38 RBIs. Check swing taken low, and no check down to the base umpires. 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 9 batter, Arenas. Spent last summer in Chatham as well, only batted .198. No homers, 10 RBIs in 111 at-bats. Lifted foul. Count evens up 2-2.
Already off to a better start this summer than he was all of last summer.
Paxton Wallace at first base. He walked. 1 away. Bottom 7. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Last season, these two teams saw each other 6 different times. Wareham won all 4 regular season meetings and then swept Chatham in the postseason. That was in the championship series, where the Gatemen picked up their 8th Cape League title. Chatham has 5 of them. A bevy of high-powered alumni. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Landon Rupp. This time he gets Jorge Arenas swinging. And that strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 2 away.
And Rupp continues to be in a groove. He's now retired 7 of the 9 batters he's faced, and the 2 that have reached, it was O'Gwyn on the single who got caught stealing, and Paxton Wallace, who is still at first base.
Tyler Dones is supposed to be the next man up. The home plate umpire, Jeff Kinney, looking toward the Chatham dugout because no one has come out of the dugout just yet. Tyler Dones is standing on the top step, and it doesn't look like he's ready to hit. So we're probably going to get a pinch hitter. Gatemen up by 6, 7-1 the score. And it looks like we will get a pinch hitter. Charlie Welch, number 5, who came in to relieve Brady Smith of his duties behind home plate in the last half inning. Comes in to pinch hit for Tyler Dones at the top of the order. 2 away, runner at first. Welch from Clearwater, Florida, a right-on-right matchup, working against Landon Rupp. First pitch, breaking ball over the outer half. 0-1.
And Welch wasn't expecting to hit, so I like Rupp going with the off speed. Not giving him an easy fastball early.
Ground ball down the third base line, but it rolls foul. 0-2. Welch, a rising senior at St. John's River State College. Batted .211 this season with a homer and 10 RBIs. Runner at first base, 2 away, an 0-2 count to Welch. Tyler Dones reached on a walk, went 0 for 2. Welch tied up, fouls one back into the screen. Check swing foul, count holds at 0-2.
That pitch was way in. He didn't really, I don't think he thought it was going to come in on him. And he ended up stumbling and nearly falling into the home plate umpire, Jeff Kinney.
Paxton Wallace off of first base, 2 away. The pitch, breaking ball, misses outside, 1-2. Charlie Welch actually played at Pepperdine this season. He's transferring, hit a grand slam in his first collegiate at-bat this season. The pitch, check swing, on the outside corner, strike 3 called.
All right, it's time for the 50-50.
3 straight strikeouts to end the 7th inning for Landon Rupp. And he's faced just 1 over the minimum so far. That strikeout brought to you by Lang, Safaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. We're through 7. The Gatemen have put up 7. They lead 7-1. And after 7, we'll head to inning number 8 where Gabe Genovesi has the call. On the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
The law firm of Lang, Safaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Safaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Wareham 7, Chatham 1. To the top of the 8th we go here in Chatham, Massachusetts. Gorgeous night for baseball here at Veterans Field. Thanks for joining us on 1420 WBSM New Bedford and the Gatemen Baseball Network. Dallas Beaver, J.P. Gates, Chad Stevens, 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the 8th. Matt Hazelwood back out for a second inning of relief. 7 runs on 9 hits thus far for the Gatemen tonight. All 7 runs coming in the first 3 innings. 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the third. First pitch, high and tight, 1-0 to Dallas Beaver. 2 of those runs coming on solo home runs from Braden Ward and Adrian Del Castillo. 1-0, low and away, 2-0. Matt McClain, an RBI single. The man at the plate right now, Dallas Beaver, a sacrifice fly. JP Gates, an RBI groundout. Chad Stevens, an RBI single. 2-0, foul back off into the netting. 2-1. Beaver 1 for 2 with that sacrifice fly tonight. Singled in the third, came around to score. Grounded out to Terrell at first base his last time up in the fifth. The 2-1, breaking ball over the heart of the plate at the knees. 2-2. Battle of first place teams tonight at Veterans Field. Both teams 7-5-1. Wareham first in the West. Chatham first in the East here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. And that's 3 strikeouts and 4 batters for Matt Hazelwood.
Ever since he and Welch started communicating better, because that was the problem in the beginning of the 7th inning, they just weren't on the same page with a lot of the pitches. They've been rolling, and Hazelwood has good stuff. He actually pitched an immaculate inning earlier this season.
First pitch to the lefty Gates. Line drive, foul. Down the left field line, out of play. 0-1. Gates did a nice job of trying to wait back on that curveball there, but was just late on it. Immaculate inning, not easy to do.
It's hard.
The 0-1. Ooh, fastball came in tight. Actually almost hit Gates, but he was able to get his bat around and get a piece of it. 0-2. I've seen one immaculate inning in my life.
In person?
Yes.
That was in the Northwoods League, right?
Correct. Northwoods League last summer.
In Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin. Good memory, my friend.
I listen when you talk.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
The 0-2 from Hazelwood. Fastball at the knees over the outside corner for strike 3. Froze Gates. 4 strikeouts for Hazelwood. He's in a groove. And in steps Chad Stevens. Wareham 7, Chatham 1. Top of the 8th. Wareham 6 outs away from a victory and staying in first place in the Western Division. Katuitt down 7-3 right now. First pitch to Stevens, low and in, 1-0. So if that result holds and Katuitt loses, Wareham would then have a 3-point advantage over the Kettleers. Again, we do tie here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. We only play 10 innings if it goes to extras, and you get 1 point for a tie, 2 points for a win. The 1-0 delivery, fastball over the inside corner. Count even 1-1. Stevens thought that was a little low. Had a word with Jeff Kinney, man in blue behind the plate. Katuitt right now 6-5-2. 1-1 sliced foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wareham 7-5-1. So Katuitt 14 points in their 13 games, excuse me. Wareham 15 points in those 13 games. Bourne in 3rd place. They're under 500 at 5-6. The 1-2 curveball. Flared foul once again out of play on the right field line. We'll stay at 1-2. Stevens 1 for 3 with an RBI tonight. RBI single in the 3rd, sandwiched between reaching on an error in the 1st and grounding out to 3rd base in the 6th. 1-2, fastball inside corner, strike 3. Matt Hazelwood strikes out the side. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Gatemen leads 7-1. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. #Morse, of course, has your back.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
Office Technology Group is a southeastern Massachusetts source for advanced digital copiers, printers, and document solutions. From Toshiba to Epson and everything in between, they've got you covered. Shop now at otgne.com. Large enough to serve, small enough to care.
Now batting for Chatham, the shortstop from Oklahoma State, number
2,
15.
3, 4 hitters due up here in the bottom of the 8th for the Chatham Anglers. 7-1, the Gatemen lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 7 runs on 9 hits for Wareham. 1 run on 3 hits for Chatham. First pitch. Hard line drive, base hit down the line in left field. Rudick chases, gloves near the track, and quickly gets it into Matt McLean, the shortstop. But it's a leadoff double for Houston Morrill. And in steps Caden Polkovich for the Gatemen. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Javik Blake. Joins us in the bottom of the 8th, our producer. See him on our pregame shows and in our Fenway Park video yesterday. First pitch to the lefty, Polkovich. Just misses, low. 1-0. If you haven't seen our Fenway Park video from yesterday, check out the Wareham Gatemen Twitter page, Facebook page. 1-0, misses inside, 2-0 to Polkovich. We had some fun at Fenway, didn't we?
We did have some fun at Fenway. A whole lot of, well, I don't know how to exactly put this. Facts and some things that, well, weren't exactly true.
Yeah, weren't so factual.
But it's up to you guys to guess.
2-0, chopped foul on the first base line, 2-1.
Of course, we do eventually reveal the answers, but you as the listener get to try and guess which is true and which is not true for at least a few moments.
I'll say it's not that hard to guess.
It's not that difficult. It's definitely not that difficult for our viewers to guess.
2-1. Popped up foul and hits the mini scoreboard right above us. There's a scoreboard hanging on the press box here at Veterans Field. That's, not your full scoreboard. It's simply score, inning, balls and strikes, I believe. Might not even have balls and strikes, just score an inning. And that smacked it.
And Caden Polkovich hooking one foul down the first baseline. He's just a bit too early on the last one. And then on the time before, just a bit too late. Trying to get that timing right. Smack it back off the middle for a base hit, which would lead to an RBI.
2-2, fisted right to Baker at second. Line drive, Darren Baker in the right spot at the right time. 1 down here in the 8th.
Well, he got his timing down, hit it right back up the middle. The only problem is he had Darren Baker standing right there to make the catch. What a great play from Darren Baker. What a great season defensively from Darren Baker. I know you guys touch a lot on his hitting in general, but he's been spectacular defensively so far this year.
Just 2 errors for Baker this season.
Well, knock on wood.
First pitch to the lefty, Colin Hall, chops right back up the middle at Rupp. Takes it on a hop, fires to first in time. Landon Rupp limboing out of the way and just keeping his glove up there, and it finds the glove.
And limbo is right. A hot shot right back up the middle from Colin Hall. And that's more of a defensive mechanism by Landon Rupp than anything else. Just trying to protect himself and get out of the way of the baseball. It was more of a, well, look what I found play. An easy throw over to first, and he almost got Weston Morrill. That was a little bit too far off a second, but decided to just go for the easy out at first.
First pitch high, 1-0 to Villar. Villar pinch hitting here in the 8th.
And Villar came in the 7th inning as a defensive replacement for Brady Smith in the order. A whole lot of moves being made in that 7th inning.
The 1-0 delivery from Rupp. Breaking ball in the outside corner, 1-1. Anthony Villar, another Miami Hurricane. 4th one to appear in this game. Hit .291 for the Hurricanes, 39 RBIs. The 1-1, line drive, base hit, left field. It goes down the line, and scoring easily is Houston Morrow as Rudick's throw goes into second base. An RBI single for Villar. 7-2, the Gatemen lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
And a great piece of hitting there from Anthony Villar, recognizing that outside pitch, just punching it into left field for an easy hit. And Morrow scoring easily there, and now a 7-2 ball game, and the first runs we've seen since all the way back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, the Gatemen got 3 in the top of the 3rd. Chatham got 1. That's been it since. First pitch curveball on the outside corner, 0-1 to Alex Terrell.
If you tuned in starting in the 4th inning, well, it's been one heck of a pitching duel, but the first 3 innings had all the runs, and especially right from the start, the Gatemen jumping out on top early. Braden Ward with a shot into right center.
0-1 misses low. Good block by Beaver. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 runs on 8 hits in the first 3 innings for the Gatemen. All 8 hits came in innings 1 and 3. They went down 1-2-3 in the second. They've only had 1 hit in the other 6 innings combined tonight.
They've only had one man reach base as well. Quite a 1-2-3 innings.
1-1 breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-2. Wareham continues to be at the top of the league in nearly every offensive category. Now in the top half of the league in nearly every pitching category. 1-2 misses high, 2-2.
And what they aren't at the top end, they're at the bottom end in strikeouts, which is exactly where you want to be. The least amount of strikeouts in the league before tonight. And that could change. Chatham's pitching's been very good tonight. A whole lot of looking strikeouts from the Gatemen, which means they're really hitting their spots well.
2-2. Fouled off behind the plate into the netting. We'll stay at 2-2. You said it. Least strikeouts in the league for Wareham batting. Hitting .291 coming into this game. 120 hits. The only Cape Cod Baseball League team with over 100 hits thus far in the 2019 season.
Second place had just 99, but the Gatemen already 120 so far.
2-2 curveball, strike 3 in the outside corner. Pretty pitch from Landon Rupp. That strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 1 run on 2 hits for the Anglers in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. Gatemen lead 7-2. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
Matthew Rudick leads off the top of the 9th for the Gatemen. First pitch from Hazelwood. Rudick shows bunt, takes a strike. On the outside corner, 0-1. 7-2. The Gatemen lead over the Chatham Anglers. Mason Hazelwood back out for his 3rd inning of relief, and he has been money thus far. The 0-1. Fouled off and hits the mask of Jeff Kinney, home plate umpire. And, well, he didn't even really shake his head or anything. He's good to go, Jeff Kinney.
And you got to think it hit somewhere on the side of his mask, the little part that goes out on his mask, and it just hit off. So it doesn't hurt that much, a little bit of a rattle.
0-2 breaking ball, just misses.
And Hazelwood has been relying on that pitch all night long. 4 of his 5 strikeouts tonight, my apologies, 3 of his 5 strikeouts tonight have been looking. He's really hitting his spots, and he's really doing a fantastic job.
Fastball misses up, 2-2. He's worked fairly quickly, too.
Only 34 pitches in what is now 7 batters. He's getting rid of them quickly, averaging less than 5 pitches a batter.
Ground ball towards second. Doan scoops, throws to first in time. Matthew Rudick go for today, now 0 for 4. And in steps Braden Ward with Darren Baker on deck. Wareham by 5, 7-2 the Gatemen lead.
What a night for Braden Ward. Already an RBI off the home run, but his single, a stolen base. All he's missing is really a double to cap his night off. Something that has an extra base hit, supplement that. 3 for 5 night would be fantastic for the guy who's already hitting .313.
First pitch to him, right down Main Street, 0-1. And Ward with his third multi-hit game tonight. Now has a hit in 9 of 10 games played, a stolen base in 8 of his last 9 games, if you add his stolen base tonight. He has been excellent in the leadoff spot for the Gatemen as he takes a strike at the knees. 0-2.
And Hazelwood, he's got him 0-2, and basically every time we've seen Hazelwood get to 0-2, he's going to try and throw you that breaking ball that starts in the right-handed batter's box and curve back over that outside corner. We'll see if he goes with it here.
Roxon fires the 0-2. Fastball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And right there, he's just trying to get him to chase that pitch off the outside corner. See if he can get something where Ward is either chasing it or he rolls over it and just kind of hits a dribbler down the third base line.
The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, breaking ball, fell off the table. 6 strikeouts now for Hazelwood and just 8 batters faced.
The 79-mile-an-hour curveball, a little bit harder than we've seen him throw. We've seen his curveball average out at about 75 miles an hour. Put something a little extra on that, was able to get it by Ward, who really looked to be expecting fastball. Seemed caught off guard by the pitch change.
First pitch to the lefty, Darren Baker. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Baker 1 for 4 tonight, singled in the first inning, and then grounded out to first, struck out in the 4th, and popped out to Swanson in left field his last time up in the 6th. The 0-1. Lays off a breaking ball, just low and outside. 0-2, and despite just the 1 hit, Darren Baker now has a hit in 10 of 13 games for the Gatemen. 1-1 fastball in the inside corner at the knees, 1-2.
And it'd be interesting to see how many of Baker's hits are infield singles. It seems once a game he's either getting on base with a bunt hit or he's hitting a little dribbler and beating it out. The kid's got a crazy amount of speed, and he's using it to advantage here this summer.
1-2, fastball misses just outside, 2-2. And you talk to Baker about his approach. He admits his focus is to take it up the middle or even the other way, and that's what we've seen a ton from Baker. 2-2, chopped right back to Hazelwood on the mound, fires to first in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Hazelwood, whose night is finished 3 innings pitched perfect, 6 strikeouts. Wow. 7-2, the Gatemen lead. Wareham 3 outs away from a victory. We'll be right back in the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape. South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Whether you're brewing a lager or an ale, Stone Path Malt has got you covered. Stone Path Malt, the local provider of quality malt for all your favorite New England craft breweries, is right here in Wareham. For your next night out, stop by their new tap room.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
Ballpark favorites there as well.
We head to the bottom of the ninth. Gatemen 3 outs away from a victory. Wareham 7, Chatham 2. Bottom 3 due up for the Anglers here in the ninth. Paxton Wallace, Cade Cabanis, and Jorge Arenas.
The designated hitter from the University of Southern California.
Trying to spark a rally for Chatham. Coy Cobb, the new pitcher for the Wareham Gatemen here in the ninth. Pitching change brought to you by Bay Point Club. So Landon Rupp's book is closed. 4 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, 1 run. A walk and 4 strikeouts out of the pen. Cobb, the Texas Longhorn, sets and deals. Fastball right down Main Street, 0-1. Paxton Wallace, 1 for 2 with a walk today. Bats from the left side. Wallace singled in the second as Cobb and the catcher Beaver will talk over signals. Struck out in the 4th, walked in the 7th. It's been all Gatemen ever since the first few innings. Cobb sets on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-1. Just misses, low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 runs on 9 hits tonight for the Gatemen. 8 of those 9 hits came in the first 3 innings. 2 runs on just 5 hits for Chatham. The 1-1. Hard hit, line drive, right center field. It gets down for a base hit and rolls all the way to the wall. Ward scoops it up on the track, quickly gets it into the second baseman Baker. But it's a leadoff double for Paxton Wallace. He's 2 for 3, and that's his second double of the season.
Now batting for Chatham, the right fielder.
This is sometimes the trouble that Coy gets in. Leaves the ball up, allowing players to drive it. That's exactly what just happened against Paxton Wallace.
Cade Cabanis came in to pinch hit in the 7th, struck out looking. Second at bat tonight. First pitch. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Cabanis pinch hitting for Cooper Swanson. 0-1 pitch, line drive back up the middle, a base hit into center field. Ward charges in gloves, but scoring easily is Paxton Wallace. An RBI single for Cabanis, and it's 7-3 Gatemen here in the 9th.
Now batting for Chatham.
Well, you still have a 4-run cushion if you're Coy Cobb. Just focus on keeping the ball down. When he's leaving it up, that's the problem. That's what hurt him in his first outing. Settled down in that second outing, but that's the primary problem at the moment.
Jorge Arenas, the 9-hole, steps in. First pitch from Cobb. Fastball fouled off. All the way behind the netting and into the parking lot to our right. 0-1. Gatemen hold on tonight. They'll stay in first place in the Western Division. Katuitt now trailing 7-5 to Orleans as that pitch is down low, but Arenas did not go around as he checked his swing. 1-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning over in Orleans. So if that result holds, Wareham would now be 3 points up on Katuitt. 1-1, breaking ball hit him. Cabanis moves up to second. Arenas to first on the hit by pitch.
Now batting for Chatham, the catcher.
And we'll see.
Number 5, Charlie Welch.
If Jim Lawler maybe wants to come out and talk to Coy Cobb. No one coming out to talk to Cobb yet. Action in the Wareham bullpen. Someone just got up and throwing. We can't quite see who it is. We can see the bullpen, but can't see numbers or anything like that. First pitch misses inside, 1-0 to Tyler Dones. These two teams came into tonight both 7-5-1, first place in their respective divisions. Wareham in the west, Chatham in the east. Wareham has had Chatham's number, though, this year. Faced him twice. Beat him both times at Spillane Field in a doubleheader, 5-0 and 8-5. The action in the bullpen for the Gatemen is Ben Leeper, who's up and warming. Count 1-0 to Charlie Welch, it is. Pinch hitting for Dones. Cobb sets, working on the first base side of the rubber, and now steps off as he checks second. The Gatemen 6 straight zeros on the board. Ever since the big first and the big third inning. Struggled to hit. The Anglers with a run in the third, a run in the eighth, now a run here in the ninth. The 1-0. Fastball low, 2 balls and no strikes. Welch struck out looking to end the seventh. He was the third victim of Landon Rupp. The 2-0. Foul tipped back into the mid of Beaver. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's been a rather clean game. Just 1 error for the Gatemen, 2 errors for Chatham. Both in 1 inning, led to a run for the Gatemen. The 2-1 offering from Cobb misses inside, 3-1. And now all of a sudden, a 7-0 game has become a 7-3 game, and a walk here puts the tying run at the plate with nobody down. The 3-1, fastball outside, ball 4. And these Chatham fans have life here at Veterans Field.
Coy Cobb is missing all over the place. Now the tying run is at the plate. I mean, you have Ben Leeper warming up in the pen. At what point do you pull the string?
Jerry Weinstein going to make his way out. I didn't see him point to the pen, so unless I just missed it, I think I might have just missed it. His Leeper is... He stopped throwing. He's ready to go. But we'll see if Weinstein decides to pull the trigger here.
He hasn't taken the ball. Oh, here we go.
Cobb's night done. The double, the RBI single, a hit by pitch, and a walk. And we'll get a pitching change. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network in 1420 WBSM.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
Office Technology Group is a southeastern Massachusetts source for advanced digital copiers, printers, and document solutions. From Toshiba to Epson and everything in between, they've got you covered. Shop now at otgne.com. Large enough to serve, small enough to care. Shop from home year-round on Gatemen.org. You can customize your Gatemen gear from any device, anywhere. We offer a large selection of apparel and unique gifts 24/7, 365 days a year. Hard to find sizes, colors, and styles. Youth clinic registration also available. Visit us today and remember us for holiday gifts at Gatemen.org.
Gatemen Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
Need physical therapy? Select Physical Therapy works directly with you and your physician to create a plan of care that meets your goals and needs, with 6 locations on Cape Cod and more across the country. Select Physical Therapy is the official provider of athletic training for the Wareham Gatemen.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape.
Huey Morrill.
Pitching change for the Gatemen here in the bottom of the 9th. Ben Leeper on to pitch, replaces Coy Cobb. Pitching change brought to you by Bay Point Club. And we've got drama here at Veterans Field all of a sudden. 7-3 the Gatemen lead. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Chatham. In steps Houston Morrill. Leeper, the righty from Oklahoma State. Morrill 1 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt tonight. First pitch to him. Check swing, fouled off behind the plate, 0-1. Leeper, 29 appearances, a 4.31 ERA in his junior campaign with the Cowboys. 7 saves, 43 strikeouts in just 31 and a third innings pitched, but he did walk 23 as well. Roxon fires the 0-1. Fastball high, ball and a strike. Leeper making his 3rd appearance of the summer for the Gatemen. He's gone just 1 inning in both of his previous 2. 1 hit given up, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 1-1, foul tipped back into the glove of Beaver. 1-2. It's been 3 straight fastballs from Leeper, and the left center field scoreboard says 91 miles an hour. Middle infield and double play depth for the Gatemen. Corners back. Wareham, well, of course, willing to sacrifice outs for a run or 2. Up by 4. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball up high, blew it by him. Big strikeout for Ben Leeper. And in steps Caden Polkovich.
Well, it goes without saying when you get to this level, but Ben Leeper has fantastic stuff. He was recruited by schools like Stanford and Texas, and also Vanderbilt, who just won the College World Series.
And in steps Caden Polkovich from the left side. This is fun. First pitch, breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. We've got a Cowboy matchup. The teammates dueling here at Veterans Field. Polkovich out of Oklahoma State. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Off speed down low, 0-2.
It's like we're watching an old Western.
You couldn't resist, could you?
Nope.
Leeper working quickly. Sets on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off. Out of play behind the press box. Down the third base line. 0-2. Tying run at the plate for the Anglers. Wareham's been in control all night long. Up 7-0. Became 7-1 in the third, 7-2 in the 8th. Now already a run here in the 9th for the Anglers. And the bases loaded with 1 out. The 0-2. Dribbled, fouled on the first base line. We'll stay at 0-2.
Well, Ben Leeper hoping for an inspiring effort tonight. Seal this victory for Wareham. His story is inspiring. Coming back from 2 Tommy John surgeries to make it this far, not only at Oklahoma State, but in the Cape.
Polkovich 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. The 0-2. Fastball lined into the dugout of the Gatemen. Wow. It doesn't look like anyone was hit because that ball ended up hitting the wall and bouncing back onto the field. But my, oh my.
And every bench player right now standing at the top step of the dugout.
Right.
Waiting in anticipation. Boy.
Just one of those could have been scary moments.
And Polkovich broke his bat.
Broken bat, line drive. That's how far ahead of that ball he was, as well as that was rocketed behind him. The 0-2. Fouled off, back into the netting. Polkovich staying alive. That one registered at 93 miles an hour from Leeper. Before the Tommy Johns, Leeper could get it in the upper 90s. 0-2 down low. Good block from Dallas Beaver. Saves a run.
Not only that, but almost hit Polkovich on the foot. Didn't really move much in the batter's box either.
Leeper sets and deals. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. Del Castillo charges, gloves, quickly gets it in. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Cabanis scores to make it 7-4. Arenas to third. Welch to second, And Polkovich with an RBI single, his 7th RBI of the summer. It's 7-4 Gatemen. Winning run at the plate. Tying run on first.
Middle infield playing back. A double play would end it. Ground out would be huge. And here's Colin Hall, who's taking his first at-bat tonight.
Second at-bat, he did ground out in the 8th.
My apologies.
First pitch low and away. 1-0. Leeper was in the West Coast League last summer, hit 98 for the Bellingham Bells. 1-0, blows a fastball by him, 1-1. A homer wins it. Tying run on first for Chatham. Wareham 7, Anglers 4. Time called. Colin Hall, the lefty, Leeper, a righty. The 1-1 delivery. Fastball just misses off the outside corner, 2-1.
4 home runs this season at Georgia Tech for Colin Hall. 41 RBIs.
Did hit 288, 16 doubles, along with those 4 homers and 74 hits. The 2-1. Popped up, will it stay in play? Foul territory down the third base line, and Stevens, I believe he did. He caught the ball. Wow. It stayed in play. It was tough for us to see because he ended up being right in line with the dugout. There were some fans claiming he dropped it, but they say he hung on to that ball. 2 away.
Wow, I think he did hang on. It was tough for us to see, but Jeff Kinney, the home plate umpire, making the call.
And in steps Villar. Anthony Villar, game on his shoulders. He's the winning run. Bases loaded for Chatham. 2 down, bottom of the 9th. The pitch. Breaking ball gets away from Beaver, but not far enough. Everybody holds. 1-0. Villar an RBI single in the 8th inning in his first at-bat tonight. So he's already come through. Again, this was a 7-0 game in the top of the 3rd, after the top of the 3rd. 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd, 1 run in the 8th, now 2 here in the 9th for Chatham. They've had the bases loaded basically the whole inning. They had bases loaded, nobody out, and now it's bases loaded, 2 outs. 2 runs have come across to score. And Anthony Villar, the lefty, at the plate. The 1-0 from Leeper. Fastball right down Main Street at the knees, 1-1. Arenas was hit by a pitch, he's on 3rd. Welch walked, he's on 2nd. Polkovich delivered an RBI single, he's on 1st. The 1-1 from Leeper. Fastball high and tight. Oh. Villar bends his back, gets out of the way of that one. 2-1. Outfield deep for Wareham. Leaper, a deep breath, now the pitch. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 2. Filthy pitch from Leaper. Fans antsy, wanting a hit. The Gatemen a strike away from a victory. The 2-2, fouled off. Just got a piece of the fastball. Count stays 2-2. Villar at Miami. 12 doubles, 5 homers. Trying to come through. Bases loaded, 2 outs, the 2-2 count. And now everybody calls time. Chatham down to their final strike. Wareham up 7-4. The 2-2 pitch. Down low and away. Count runs full. Runners will be going on the pitch. Crowd clapping their hands, getting loud here at Veterans Field. Feet on the bleachers, bases loaded, 2 outs. Wareham up 7-4, a strike away from a victory. And time called by Villar. Leaper taking his time. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a ball in the dirt. Leaper got him, his second strikeout of the inning. Ball game over. Wareham 7, Chatham 4. The Gatemen improved to 8-5-1 and are now 3-0 against the Chatham Anglers here in 2019.
Well, that was exciting. Oh, boy. Well, it's the first time the Gatemen have played here in Chatham. And anticipation building toward the end of the game. The fans staying despite the team being down at 1.7 runs. The Anglers rallying toward the latter part of the game, and Coy Cobb not having his best outing to start off the 9th. But the heroics of Ben Leaper shutting the door and putting a padlock on this now 3-run victory to keep the Gatemen afloat at the top of the standings.
Wow. We're going to break it down a little more. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM, New Bedford.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout, the 99. Always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor.
Perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support.
Wareham 7, Chatham 4, the final here from Veterans Field. Late drama here in Chatham, but Ben Leaper escapes a bases-loaded jam. Chatham down 7-0 at one point, made it 7-4. The bases loaded. And Leeper gets Villar to strike out to end the ball game. And the Gatemen improved to 8-5-1 on the year, still in first place in the Western Division.
It was an exciting win up until the end. This was a topsy-turvy win. Actually, this was a win that we haven't seen. We haven't been accustomed to seeing from the Gatemen this season. We've been accustomed to late runs, late rallies. This time, it was early runs that proved to be the difference. A 4 spot in the first, 3 runs in the third, and that proved to ultimately be the difference in the 7-4 victory.
7 runs on 9 hits for the Gatemen. Again, 8 of those 9 hits in the first 3 innings today for Wareham. Only 1 hit the rest of the game. They left 4 on base. The Anglers 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, which led to a run for the Gatemen, and they left 10 on base, including the bases loaded in the 9th inning. Landon Rupp gets the win for the Gatemen, and he was just dominant today.
Landon Rupp was. Most of the pitching tonight was dominant for Wareham. Levi Prater, he made his debut, and he struggled a little bit early on. He had an early walk and an early single he gave up, but went 2 innings and couldn't ask for much more out of Levi Prater in his debut. 2 innings pitched, gave up a hit, no earned runs, walked 1, didn't strike out any, but in 8 batters faced, again, couldn't ask for much more. Austin Weiermiller had another outstanding outing. He did give up an earned run, but went 2 great innings. He walked 3, struggled a little bit with the command, but struck out 3, and Landon Rupp was the most dominant we've seen him on the mound so far this season, going 4 innings, giving up 3 hits, walking 1, but striking out 4. And if he gets the win, he deserves the win.
That would be his first win of the summer. Jack Owen, the starter for Chatham, takes the loss as he got hammered for 4 runs and on 4 hits in the first inning. And Wareham, again, sticks in first place in the Western Division. Chatham falls to 7-6-1 on the year. And depending on what YD does tonight, and it will depend on who is atop the Eastern Division, as YD won 4-3. So they now have 8 wins, and they jump Chatham in the Eastern Division. So the Red Sox take over first place in the East. Chatham will fall to second place in the Eastern Division. We'll take another break here in the Gatemen Postgame Show. Addison van Patten's going to have an interview for us here in a few minutes. Once again, your happy final, Gatemen 7, Anglers 4. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Back here at Veterans Field, post-game show here on the Gatemen Baseball Network and 1420 WBSM New Bedford. 7-4 your final score. Wareham defeats Chatham by 3. Part of that 7-4 victory, Braden Ward, a solo shot to lead off this ball game, and Addison Van Patten is with the Washington Husky.
Addison Van Patten here with Braden Ward. Now Braden, home run, single, fly out to center. Walk me through tonight and a broken bat.
Coach told us to be ready for the fastball. I worked a good full count, I guess. Got a fastball, put a good swing on it. Kudos to the pitcher. Yeah, he pitched great tonight, even though he went 4 runs. He came back out and he pitched really well. Their entire staff did. Even that last guy that we saw. He was gross.
So walk me through that first at bat, those first 3 pitches you saw, and what happened there in that home run.
Well, I saw I went fake bunt, strike, fastball away, swing and miss, and I fought, worked a full count, and got a good pitch, I guess, and put a good swing on it.
So tell me about the conversation that happened before the game that led up to that home run.
No, I was joking with Skip about something if I could DH if I hit a home run or something, and he was like, "Man, if you hit a home run, I'll send you home." So it looks like I'm out Wareham.
Has he bought you a plane ticket yet?
No, not yet. But I expect one. I'm just kidding.
So we did come up with the win tonight, but today was the 2 division. Of course, Wareham leading in the West, Chatham leading in the East. What's it like to have such a large role in a division game like this?
I'm just proud of our entire team. We put up 7 because our entire team just refuses to stop, refuses to give in, and I think that's why we're so successful right now. Everyone's ready to hit, everyone's swinging at strikes, and we're having a really good time out here. So I think that's why we're doing well.
Now you're a fast guy. You like to steal bases. You did that today. You've done that in the past. Why is that so important to you?
I grew up being the small, little fast guy, and that's who I was. That's who I am. I'm not a home run hitter. I got lucky tonight, but I guess it's just a part of what defines me.
Thank you for talking with me. We'll chat again soon. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Addison. Braden Ward, the Washington Husky, he said it. Grew up the small guy, grew up the fast guy, and hits a belt probably 325, 330-foot home run tonight over the right field wall. It's only 314 out there in right. Got this game started with a bang. Made it 1-0 Wareham, and the final score 7-4 Gatemen.
I can relate to being the smallest guy growing up. I wasn't fast though, and I didn't have any power, but it was a sad upbringing.
Jeez. 7 runs on 9 hits tonight for the Gatemen. Ward had 2 of them. I don't know what Jonah Karp's doing over here, but the Gatemen win by 3, and Wareham improves to 8-5-1 on the season. At Cotuit tomorrow, my friend. Cotuit came into tonight just 1 point behind Wareham at 6-5-2. They're currently losing 8-6 to Orleans, and Cotuit's a team Wareham already beat 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow is, it goes without saying, but it's a big matchup. The next 2 nights are big matchups because this could very well determine how the season ends up shaking out. Wareham already has Cotuit's number. It's just a matter of can the Kettleers figure out what they couldn't do in that 6-0 Wareham victory earlier this season at their own place and turn things around, because there's a home-and-home stretch that they have to deal with.
Home and home as at Cotuit Saturday, and then doubleheader against Cotuit Sunday. 3 straight games against the Kettleers in a big 3-game series against Cotuit. Any final thoughts, my friend?
Wow, this was a great win all throughout. The hitting kind of died down later in the game for Wareham, which is something we haven't been accustomed to seeing. But overall, I mean, they held on late, and the Angler fans were in it. They stuck around, and they were in it up until the very end. This was a cool experience at Veterans Field. I hope we get to come back soon.
And we do. I'm not sure the exact date, but we are back here later. July 10th, our producer, Javik Blake, is telling us. Okay, July 10th, we're back here at Veterans Field.
Circle the calendars.
Circle the calendars. Once again, final lines tonight. Gatemen, 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. Anglers, 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, 10 left on base. Landon Rupp gets the win, 1-0. Jack Owen takes the loss, 0-1 in a game that lasted 2 hours and 39 minutes. We're at Cotuit tomorrow, 5 o'clock first pitch. We'll talk to you about a half hour before first pitch at 4:30 from Cotuit as Wareham tries to extend their lead on the second place Katuitt Cavaliers. Once again, your happy final, Gatemen 7, Anglers 4. Thanks for tuning in. So long from Veterans Field.